We should be back on the air right now. Let me just check on my phone to make sure. It came from sharing the Discord. I knew it. My computer can't handle it, GB.
You can't handle anything.
Shut the fuck up. No, you're right. It stopped. Fuck. All right, let me go fix it. You can't handle anything. You're lucky I'm in a good mood right now. Sometimes this happens with Jake. I'm fucking throwing shit around. I get so angry.
Oh, I'm always making a good mood. It's my positive personality, bitch.
Yes. Yes. All right. Let's see. All right, we should be there now. It should be working. All right. If someone in the chat could give a little thumbs up here, I think we're back on air. Sorry for those little technical issues. Again, my computer isn't some like Alienware super intense high tech shit. So, a little bit of technical issues, but as I was saying, we
It's
regret.
working.
I know it's working. I just said that. We regret to announce the passing of the pocket rocket Henri Richard at the age of 84 following a battle with Alzheimer's disease. He played part of 20 seasons with the Canadien Montréal. He won a record. Do you want to guess how many Stanley Cups he won? It's a record.
Is it 7?
11 Stanley
Oh,
freaking
11.
Cups. This guy was a beast. He put up 358 goals and 688 assists in 1,256 career games. He was obviously inducted in the Hall of Fame in the 1980s. Henri Richard was a beast, and we never like to hear this type of news. But I guess the only, positive that I could say is that Alzheimer's is a horrible disease. And I don't know your beliefs, GB, but I believe in a heaven, and I believe he's in a better place. So I had to start off the show talking about him. So that's out of the way. What do you
So
think of Henri Richard?
are you like Muslim or are you like
I'm not
Christian?
Muslim. I'm Christian.
Oh, okay, because you said you're from the Middle East, so I just want to
Yeah,
clarify.
there's Christians and Jews in the Middle East. It's not just Muslims and towel heads and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were like the type of person that threw gay people off the top of buildings.
Yeah, we just lost a few
But
listeners.
but yeah, I'm not really too sad about it because he was an
What?
older dude and he got to live his life, and
Okay.
that's all you can ask for
Well, it's
when.
still pretty fucking sad. I wouldn't phrase it that way. But then again,
Well,
you're the
yeah,
dumbass, so.
but yeah, again, you gotta realize a lot of people don't live a good life like Henry Richard does.
A lot of people, yeah, and I know it's still an ongoing debate. Like, this guy isn't big enough, that guy's too short, this guy is this guy's that. He played in an era where it was much more aggressive. Hockey was much more violent. He was only 5'7" and weighed 160 pounds, which I think I weighed that when I was 12. So the fact that he managed to thrive, it shows a lot. I know he sort of lived in the shadow of his much more famous brother. Excuse me. But I always liked Henri Richard. I always did. And no other player on the Canadians can wear number 16, unfortunately. But you know what? May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. With that being said, why don't we move on to current hockey news, though? I have a question, tech guy.
Oh,
Um,
what? I have an answer.
do you see the Discord app open? Is it like loading? I see like a loading bar on the app.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Anyway, look, I'll show you. You'll see it later. Right here on the bottom. You see how it's like loading up. Anyway, it's not that important. It's just annoying the balls off of me. Anyway,
Yeah, your PTSD gets to you.
yeah, it does. All right, Joe is back. Sorry for that technical difficulty, Joe, but we
Hey,
are back. We are
Joe,
here.
I'm your biggest fan. Um,
Yes.
when I meet you in real life, I would love to spread coronavirus to you.
Okay, that's a good segue, believe it or not. Because, you know what? This may sound like a joke. The thumbnail must be like, you might think it's clickbait or whatever they call it. I was reading in the newspaper AMC, which they run movie theaters in the US, they
They have one in
closed their
my town.
first exactly. They just closed their first movie theater because of a coronavirus. And that got me thinking, with the coronavirus coming to the United States, obviously it started in China, Wuhan or whatever it's called, Wang
Yeah,
Ho.
fucking
No,
Ching
oh,
Chong people.
no, no, no. It came over here to the US, okay? And now it's spreading aggressively. And it got me thinking, it's only a matter of time before the NHL does something. Now, I say that there actually has been some actions that have been done, albeit not in the NHL, but in the hockey world. The IIHF, they've canceled many under 18 tournaments that happen around this time of year due to the panic and paranoia from the coronavirus.
You want to know something interesting?
I do, but let me finish the fucking story. Hold that thought. The National League and the Swiss League, Dennis Voucher, he's announced, the director, that play will be suspended until March 16th due to the coronavirus. This pushes back the start of the National League playoffs and halts the Swiss League. Even there's some rumblings in the NHL. If I can find the tweet here, Dickhead. He says spoke to Toronto's infectious diseases
I love
doc-
that name.
Dr. Isaac Bachcock about the coronavirus. He tells me as situation evolves, NHL, NBA, and other leagues need to consider canceling or postponing games or playing without spectators. More on tonight's Sports Center. All right, now you can say what you have to say because we do want to unwrap this and we do want to get to it. So, what
Okay.
were you going to say?
Two things. First of all, the whole country of Italy stopped sports event.
Really? So, like their
Yeah.
soccer and tennis, it just stopped.
Yeah, they canceled all of it because of the fear of the spreading of coronavirus.
Damn.
This the
You,
second thing the
go ahead.
second thing is that do you know 3.4% of the population died from the coronavirus?
All right. Shut the fuck up, first of all. What what this dickhead is referring to, as you can see in our Discord chat, where is it? Where did I put it? Ah, fuck, I didn't find it. I put up a post from Fox News. I thought that the post read 3.4% of the global population died of coronavirus. Turns out I was wrong because that's a huge number. The actual story was the death rate. In other words, if you get coronavirus, there's a 3.4 chance that you die. And I misread that, so you're fucking busting my balls. Admittedly so. I misread the thing. Here's the thing that you might not know, and I'm not fucking this up. Coronavirus, there's actually more people that die from influenza than coronavirus. I mean,
Yeah.
this has reached mass hysteria. And it's even
Yeah.
to the point where I'm looking at the NHL. The NHL employees have barred from business trips outside North America due to concerns of the spread of coronavirus. If they choose to travel on their own accord, they will be subject to a 2-week quarantine upon return. Last night's game between the Minnesota Wild and the San Jose Sharks will go on as scheduled despite Santa Clara County's recommendation to avoid large gatherings due to the coronavirus. The
Yeah, everyone there is
SCC,
going down.
the SCC has now 20 confirmed cases of the virus. I don't know, dude. I could see this in the future. I could see hockey games having no fans just until the coronavirus, until they get a vaccine and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if they televise the games without any fans in the arena because it's going to get to that point. This is mass hysteria. I'll tell you, out of all of my years and all of the diseases I've seen, whether it be H1N1 or anything, I think this is the scariest. All right. Well, I'm not really scared personally because, like I said, you get it, you have a 3% chance of dying. I don't know about you. I like those odds. A 97% chance of living. Second of all, it affects older people. So, like, I would be worried for my dad, for, people like that, older people. For me, I probably get the virus. I'll shit it out the next day. All right. So, I'm not too worried about myself. But with that being
So
said, the world we live in is just fear, paranoia, all of the above. So it's going to happen in the NHL. Absolutely.
so so the thing about the coronavirus, the reason why people think it's scary
Go
is
ahead.
because the reason why is it has like a 1 week incubation period.
Yes,
So you could go 1 week without knowing it's there.
that's true.
And it spreads super easily because it's airborne. And the
That's true.
reason why it's so bad in Santa Clara is because it can spread through feces. And there's this kind of meme because there's an app
Hmm.
because San Francisco has a poop problem.
What
And
does
so
that mean? What does that mean? A poop problem?
people are shitting on the streets. So there's this
Really?
app.
So it sort of sounds like this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So 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 there's this app where people can report poop on the streets in San Francisco, and that app is filled with shit. So it's kind of no wonder why why Santa Clara and all those places want to like shut down all those
Yeah.
gathering events
Dude, I
because
can't believe you actually said something smart. It's the first time I hear you say
I know,
incubation.
right?
Yeah. Joe, he says bit off topic, but I heard recently that Justin Trudeau and Max Pacioretty were related. Apparently they're ninth cousins. Didn't even know that was a thing. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that's not really impressive. Ninth cousins. I mean, I'm probably like ninth cousins with George Clooney or something like that.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So imagine the
I
hottest
feel
girl
this
in
is
the
gonna be
world.
stupid. I just feel it. But go ahead.
Imagine the hottest girl in the world being your ninth cousin. Would
Yes,
you still go out with?
of course, dude. Ninth cousin? That's nothing. You want me to tell you something? And I've told Jake this, and you're gonna fucking bully me till the day I die. My parents were related.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They,
If they're both Arabic, I'm not
you
surprised.
fucking racist. They were cousins, I think. My dad's hold on, my dad's dad and my mom's mom were cousins. So if I came out a little bit slow and if I stutter, I blame it on that. But yeah, Pat Reddy and Trudeau being cousins. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I wonder if he voted for him. That'd be funny, not voting for your own cousin. Joe says Serie A, the Italian soccer league, has had to do so much due to the virus. It's insane. Areem says it's some scary times these days. And if you guys have any other type of concerns or any type of questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Or again, please do join the Sinbin Discord. All right.
It's
Anything
great.
else?
100%. I created it.
Yes, you created it. Thank you. But like you said, that incubation period thing. I know this is veering a little bit off topic, off hockey here, but you don't have it, or no, sorry, you have it, but you don't know you have it for a full week. That's a full week where you're going to work, where you're fucking people, you're shaking people's hands, you're kissing people on the mouth, you're sneezing on people, and you don't know that you're infecting them. So you're right, that is a pretty insane situation. And that's what's making it hard to control. And I was talking about this. Uh, Leaky Bum says, first thing I hear in that video is that my parents are related. Yep, my parents are related.
I'm
Um,
still not surprised.
but you know what? If I had like a second cousin and say she's really hot, I'll try to block it out. I'll try to block it out.
That's
Unless
pretty fucking weird. Why would
unless
you
she
say that on
looked like me.
stream?
Unless she looked like me. But then
Don't
again,
say
that
that
could be
on
cool
stream.
making out with myself. But
Don't
anyway.
say that on stream.
You're telling me not to say stuff on the stream? First of all, it's my fucking show. Second of all, the things you've said. You just called Chinese people ching chong chings or whatever the term you use.
I said it's the Ching Chong virus.
Leaky Bum says if Marshawn gets the virus, he's gonna lick everyone. Yep.
Yo,
Oh boy. Yep.
wait, where do you see that at?
Where do I see what? What do you mean?
Marshawn Lee.
Marshawn's gonna lick everyone. It's in the comments.
Oh, okay.
Reem says Matt has no filter. Okay. Anything else about the coronavirus? Um,
I'm going to get face masks. I'm probably going to
are
start
you
wearing.
serious? You're such a
I mean,
fucking pussy, dude.
when it comes to my state, I will.
You are a pussy. Dude, I ain't no
Because
scared of no fucking virus. I'll go to the fucking coronavirus and tell it to suck my dick. You think I'm scared of it? A
Dude,
3% chance. And at your age is probably lower. People are freaking out for nothing.
I don't know, man. It keeps going up.
Oh, did you
I
hear
think the
about that?
reason why it's so low is because China was lying about the numbers.
No, I don't think so. It's just not that deadly. I mean, if you're above 50, sure, I would be crapping my pants right now. I still do crap my pants every now and then, but if you're above 50, then sure. But at my age and at your age, who you're even younger than me because you're a fucking millennial, you're going to get that virus and piss it out in the morning. Nothing's going to happen. In fact, I have a teacher who has a newborn daughter. He says if it was between influenza and coronavirus, he prefers she has coronavirus because the fact of the matter is, influenza is more dangerous for a newborn baby than coronavirus. It absolutely is. But my point of bringing that up is that the NHL is going to freak out. Okay, it's a very reactionary league. We saw it with David Ayers. I mean, a fucking e-bug goes in net. Greatest fucking story of the year. What do they do the next day? They make a rule prohibiting it. They are very reactionary. So we're going to see a virus. They're going to say, hey guys, you're not allowed in this arena anymore. We're going to televise games. And who knows, if it gets really bad, they might even stop the league altogether. They might put on fucking pause and say, we'll see you next year. There will be no Stanley Cup this year. And once again,
You
the
know,
Maple Leafs won't win.
I wouldn't mind if they had it and there was empty stadiums.
That would be so weird. Dude,
It would be
imagine
weird,
like
but
people are
I would.
fighting. Imagine like
I,
two players are fighting and you hear absolutely nothing in the stands.
it'll be like fights at practice. You see those every once in a while.
Yeah, it'd be like training camp games. Joe says, if the virus spreads tremendously here in Quebec, I'm uninstalling. Yeah. Well, hey, I think Canada at this point is one of the only places that doesn't have it. So it's not like you can go elsewhere. Did you hear about this professional retard in
Are you talking about me?
no, but you are, but I'm talking about in New Hampshire. This guy had the coronavirus. He was diagnosed with it. They warned him. They said, "Don't you go near anyone. You should stay in quarantine. Stay away from large crowds." You know what this guy does? He goes to a frickin' conference. He says, "I don't give a shit." He goes to a conference in New Hampshire filled with bunches of people and he infects everyone. This dumbass probably killed a handful of people just because a handful, hundreds of thousands of people because he didn't want to stay home. This guy's an idiot. That's mass murder, I gotta say. Joe says, we need to get Jake as New Jersey's emergency backup or Binghamton's. It needs help. RK's in the chat. He says, hey, Matt, good to see you. You know what? You joke about that. I always wondered, is there a law prohibiting teams of putting a sumo in nets? Because imagine you get a guy so fat, he blocks the entire net. It's
Uh,
impossible to score on him unless you have goalie interference. Is there a law prohibiting that?
no, to be honest, there's always cracks in the seams. People, NHL players are good enough to shoot pucks through fucking
Hell no.
tiny cracks.
Get a guy who's like 6'7" and who's like morbidly obese.
I mean, that won't cover the whole net, though.
Yes, it will.
You have to get some dude that's like fucking 2,000 pounds.
Okay, get someone who's 200 pounds. Dude, I don't care.
2,000.
Two-
You said
I don't care.
200.
You need to shut the fuck up.
All right.
Let's go to the next topic.
Okay, I am. Can I? Can you give me a chance here?
No, I'm the fucking asshole co-host.
Yeah,
What do you expect me
exactly.
to
You
do?
just said it. You're the co-host, so you don't tell me what to do, and you don't tell me when to go to the next topic. I'll do it when I
Fuck
want
you.
to.
I'm gonna turn into Hitler and fucking take over the podcast.
Right. Tim Thomas, Joe says. He says that Tim Thomas was that. He was an emergency back. Oh, I didn't know that. I know he flip-flopped a lot in like Finland and shit like that. I didn't actually know he was a emergency backup goalie. I do want to add though, they made that rule. I think they reversed it like a few days later. So that's how reactionary the NHL is. But yeah, I did want to move on to the next topic though. And our next topic, you know who we're talking about? Mika
Me?
Zibenejad.
Oh, 5 goal boy.
5 goals, motherfuckers. This guy, I'm in a fantasy league, okay? And next year, one thing I want to do is make a huge fantasy league with a lot of YouTubers, a lot of fans, try to see who's the best at hockey. But anyway, I'm playing against this guy. Guess who this guy has on his team? Mika Zibenejad. So I'm playing against him. I have Tony DeAngelo. Tony DeAngelo is getting a lot of points, but then I see Mika Zibenejad, he's getting twice as much. And then I see he gets a goal, a second goal, a third goal, a fourth goal, and then the fucking fifth goal was the game winner. I got massacred. That shouldn't be allowed.
Can we get an F in chat for Matt's fantasy team?
A chat?
Yeah,
Sure.
just spam F.
Sure.
For chef for respect, dude. That you gotta honor your
Look,
fantasy
no
team
do
that died.
You're gonna fucking embarrass yourself. No one's gonna press F. Joe says Tim Thomas was a sumo. Oh, he's talking about a sumo. He was a bit chunky. You know what? I remember having Hockey Magazine, and they were talking about Tim Thomas, and they said that Tim Thomas every game, you know what his pregame routine is? He eats a fucking cheeseburger. Dude, if I who look at them, they're all pressing F now because of you, except Joe. He says W. I'm not that upset about it because I also have Draisaitl in my pool. So he had a 4-goal game a couple of days ago. That didn't hurt at all. Actually, coming to think of it, who is your selection for the Hart? Because Oilers fans, I love you Oilers fans, but you guys get pretty defensive when it comes to the Hart Trophy. As of right now, Draisaitl leads the league. My apologies in points. He has 110. Connor McDavid is at 95. Pasternak's at 93. Panarin is at 93. Oh boy, who would you give the Hart to? Say if the season ended today because of coronavirus.
Probably McDavid.
McDavid. You would give it to him over Draisaitl.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, dude. We're a podcast. Explain why. Enough with the dead air. Explain your point. Why would you choose McDavid?
I think McDavid's more skilled. I think McDavid just shows up more when he needs to. McDavid's always more clutch than Draisaitl. Draisaitl just scores when the Oilers are hot. I think McDavid shows up when they need him more.
I will agree that McDavid is more skilled. I disagree that Draisaitl is just the guy that strikes when the iron's hot. This guy's fucking incredible. And you know what I loved? This is for you guys. Last year, I made a video. It was the top 10 underrated players in the NHL. I believe I put Draisaitl in there. This is before everyone was talking about him for Hart, because that was back in the times when everyone was saying, well, he's just McDavid's bitch boy. I was the only one saying, guys, he's not McDavid's bitch boy. He's doing it all on his own. In fact, a lot of this year, he's been playing on a different line. And if you guys are still skeptical about what's his name? Draisaitl. If you're still skeptical about him, McDavid went down with an injury. That didn't stop him whatsoever. He still kept putting up big numbers. You know, I'm a huge fan of Draisaitl. And you know who else I had on that list? Mika Zibenejad. A lot of people are going to start talking about Mika Zibenejad. I had him as one of my... I think he may have been my top one underrated player. Anyway.
Yeah, it's either going to be Draisaitl or McDavid. I mean, unless if you use the argument of, someone plays by themselves should get it, and then it should get.
I do think that for some players, okay, you were about to say it. Good. I think that for some players, it is sort of the case. I love Mikko Rantanen. Okay, I think he's an incredible power forward in this league. I don't think he puts up the same number of points without McKinnon. Do you?
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Rantanen feeds McKinnon.
Yeah,
that's the way it goes normally.
Absolutely.
But
say
you
if
gotta
Rantanen,
think about it. You got to think about it. Rantanen and Landeskog have been injured. Rantanen's been fucking injured for about 2 months this season. And so McKinnon's been playing this basically by himself. Whoever you pair with him,
Well, that's
he
what I
just
was saying.
stats.
Like McKinnon, if Rantanen gets injured, I don't see him stopping anytime soon. But the opposite, if McKinnon goes down with an injury, I wouldn't be surprised if Rantanen he'll still put up a decent amount of points, but maybe not as much. You know,
They
but
don't have,
go ahead.
Avs don't have very good center depth.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I remember back in like November, December, Landeskog and Rantanen were both injured at the same time. And whoever they paired with McKinnon, whether it been like Donskoy, Burakovsky, whoever,
Oh, he's
fucking
incredible. He's
McKinnon
incredible.
still kicked ass.
I don't think I would put him as my nominee for the Hart.
I wouldn't. I think it'd either be McDavid or Draisaitl.
Here are mines, okay? Draisaitl, he's a nominee. Should I put McDavid? Okay,
Can you even put two players on the same team as
Oh
nominees?
yeah, you can. I don't know how many times it's happened, but you definitely can. I'll tell you one guy that I don't think should win, but I would give him a nomination. Artemi Panarin. Artemi Panarin, similarly to Draisaitl, he was one of those guys who were saying, and I'm included. I'll admit I'm wrong. I don't pretend to be a hockey savant here. I was saying he's Patrick Kane's bitch boy. And then he went to Columbus, put up big numbers, and now he's in New York, and he's having a Hart quality season. 93 points. Artemi Panarin, that's good enough for tied for third with David Pastrnak. But the reason why I would give it to him, he doesn't have the entourage a guy like Pastrnak has. It's not like he plays on a line with Bergeron, and it's not like he plays on a line with Marchand. I think that Panarin, he deserves a decent shot at the Hart. I really do. What do you think?
He has to make the playoffs first.
That's true. Oh, that's a very good point, because they don't like giving the Hart to people who don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I remember. Let me read some of the comments. Go ahead.
I remember McDavid got fleeced out of the Hart a couple times because Edmonton just straight up didn't make out.
Oh, but didn't he get nominated last year and they didn't make the playoffs?
I don't know, but past couple years he didn't.
All right, fact check that while I read some of the comments. Joe says, for me, Jack Eichel, that's another, you know what? It's not my personal choice, but if you told me Jack Eichel deserves a Hart, I'm not laughing at you. I think that makes sense. I mean, the Sabres aren't that great this year, but he's carrying that team as much as he can. He's putting them atop of that chia pet seed head of his. And he's playing some great hockey, Jack Eichel. Has a horrible salad, but he's playing some great hockey. Not only because he deserves it, but also because I feel bad. Award him the Hart, and then buy him dinner for being a great sport. I remember when Ty Ratty was looked at as a great player for Edmonton, and now I don't even know if he's in the NHL anymore. Yeah, Ty Ratty, I think he was a first-round pick or a high second-round pick. He had some promise, but again, one of those who they're going to go down as not making an impact in the NHL. Leaky Bum says, Panarin should get considered because of how well players like D'Angelo, Fox, Zibenejad are playing. Yeah, that's true. I really hope, I don't like the Rangers, but I hope they do make the playoffs. It would just be a fairy tale thing, don't you think? I don't know. We all root for the underdog. The Rangers are an underdog team, I'll tell you that much. Shazam is in here, and Hot Take Hockey. Glad you can join us back. Hot Take, if you want to join the podcast, I know you're on the server, so feel free to do so. I'm going to be honest, I need to close the window behind me because I'm freezing my nuts off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Talk about something, GB. Just give me 10 seconds.
So I did research, and so McDavid did get nominated last year in 2019, but he didn't get nominated in 2017 or 2018. So a lot of times the NHL doesn't like nominating players that are not in the playoffs. So I don't think Panarin will make it, just because of the fact that he's not on the top and he's not making the playoffs. I could see them giving an exception if he was number one, but he's still quite a ways away from Draisaitl.
Yeah. Shazam says, how about Draisaitl for Hart? Yeah, we were talking about that just before you came, but I don't know if he's my pick. He is 100% a nomination. 100% a nomination. Because I like the way he played when McDavid was out. And he's always a player I've defended. I've said he's underrated. People don't give him his due diligence. Again, they say he's McDavid's bitch boy. I don't think that's the case with Draisaitl. I think it's sort of the case with guys like Rantanen. Who else would you say is a bitch boy in this league? That just feeds off of
Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk off of
you think
Johnny
so?
Hockey. Oh yeah,
But he's having
Tkachuk,
a better year than Johnny Hockey, isn't he?
they have the same points, but I think Johnny
search.
Hockey is the reason why he scores a lot.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. I think that Tkachuk's a self-starter. What team wouldn't want Tkachuk on their team? Goudreau. Okay, he has 57 points in 68 games. Not a great season for Goudreau standards, but not bad either.
I think Johnny Gaudreau's falling off a little bit. I don't think he's going to be.
You think so?
I think he's going to be consistently about 70 points.
Okay, and Tkachuk has 57 points.
Yeah, I think Gaudreau is probably going to be consistent with 70 points. He had 99 last year, but I don't think he plays with the confidence he used to.
I don't think he's going to drop off personally. I think this year is sort of the exception. I think he's going to rebound next year. He just has too much freaking skill. That's what I think. But I might be wrong. You might be right. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be
anyway.
interesting to see. He's just been in losing kind of culture with Calgary. Calgary had that one good year last year, but Avs kicked their ass in the playoffs. And when they ever made the playoffs, they got their asses kicked in the first round. I think Gaudreau doesn't like playing for the Flames.
Yeah. When is the last time they've made it past the first round, by the way? They seem to always be knocked off. Is it just me?
It might be when they went to the finals.
Yeah, maybe. But that was a good conversation. Guys, let me know in the comments, who do you think? First of all, who do you think should win the Hart? Second of all, who do you think the two other nominees should be? I think, like, gun pointed to my head, I would probably give it to Draisaitl. And my nominee would be Panarin. And my second nominee, it's hard between McDavid and Pasternak. I think they're both having incredible years, but probably McDavid. I don't know. I'm biased because I like Canadians and I have his jersey. Anyway.
So the Flames, last time they went to the second round was 2015 when they lost 1-4 to the Ducks and they beat the Canucks in the first round.
2015?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not that far ago.
And before that, they didn't qualify until 2009.
Yep.
And they lost in the conference quarterfinals.
I saw their series last year with the Colorado Avalanche. It was a pretty entertaining series. But Goudreau sucked ass. But
where did he go? He was missing.
He was missing, but you know what? A lot of people were blaming him. I don't know if I'd subject to that because I do think he was really trying hard. Like, after watching that series, you can't say it was because of a lack of trying. You know? It's not like some years in Montreal. Patrick will go fucking silent for a whole playoff series.
It was because their defense, they couldn't shut down McKinnon at all.
Yeah. But, like, I remember, especially in, like, one of those games, he came close to scoring, like, 3 times, and I'm like, man, this guy can't catch a break. I don't know. I like Johnny Gaudreau. Maybe it's because he's number 13, and I'm number 13. I don't know. Stanley Cup predictions, Joe says. For me, I think it's going to be Washington and Edmonton. You might laugh at me for that, but I think that... No, I don't laugh at all. Dude, St. Louis made it to the final, so I'm not going to laugh at that. Why don't we talk about that a little bit? Our Stanley Cup... Go.
I don't see how Edmonton can make it without great defense, and they have a solid goalie, but I don't see him as an all-star goalie.
But true, but I will counter with this. Those years that Pittsburgh won, did they have a stellar defense? I'm just putting that out there.
It was okay.
It was okay, kind of like what the Edmonton defense is.
And they have Mike Smith. It
Yeah.
depends if Mike Smith is going to stand on his head in the playoffs like last year, because
Yeah.
Mike Smith fucking, oh my god, they carried the Flames through the Avalanche series.
Yeah, as much as he could, he played great. He does seem to play his best hockey in the playoffs, but for me, you know what the thing is? I don't know like if there's any good goalies anymore. For me, they just get streaky. They go on streaks. Like if a fucking alien came on Earth and just started watching hockey for like the past month, they would probably think Stalock is the best fucking goalie or something dumb like that.
I think that Connor Hellebuck is having a quiet good season.
You know who's having an incredibly quiet good season?
Rask.
Carter. He might not win the Hart, but his name is Carter Hart. Sorry for the dad joke.
Yeah,
but,
he's kind of carrying them. He's kind of carrying the Flyers too.
He was cold at the beginning of the year. And I know in my fantasy league he got dropped and I jumped on him right off, and that was a great decision because now he's paying dividends with the Flyers. The Flyers are, if not the top, then one of the hottest team in the NHL right now.
They're tied with Washington.
Yeah, that who would have thought? The Flyers tied with Washington. But like back to the main topic that Joe was asking about for Stanley Cup predictions. Hold on, I need to look at the standings here. I need a full teams list. Hold up. Washington.
You're gonna say Canadian teams, but
yeah, Canadians versus Ottawa. Oh wait, they're both in the East. Haha. Canadians versus Winnipeg. No, let's see. Oh, Vancouver's in the second wild card spot?
Yeah, they've been on a bad losing streak.
Yeah, remember when we did that Toffoli video?
Yeah, and Vancouver is hot. It's because their goaltender, I think Miller got injured.
Yeah. No. It was Markstrom.
Markstrom.
I heard them a lot.
I forgot that's the goaltender, Markstrom. I get names mixed up.
Oh my god, this is like the first time I'm looking at this in a while. Look how tight it is. I mean,
yeah, dude. Avs are almost tied.
What the fuck? Minnesota is in. Who would have thought?
There's a lot of teams that are coming back. I mean, this is the time of year where teams fall and rise, like especially for the wild card spot.
Dude, Minnesota sucked to start the year. They have 75. Right behind them is the Canucks 74, then Nashville 74, then Winnipeg 74, then Arizona 74. Then Chicago 70. But still, I feel like it's much tighter than in the East.
Yeah, the wild card, like especially last year too, because the Avs have been fighting wild card. It's pretty exciting to see, like, watch wild card games towards the end of the year because that's basically early playoff hockey.
All right, but my final in the West, let's go. I don't know.
There's a lot of tough choices. I wouldn't pick Vegas. I would either pick Edmonton, St. Louis, or Colorado. I might even pick Dallas too.
Not Vegas, not Edmonton, not Calgary. It's out of St. Louis, Colorado, and Dallas. I really think those are the top three teams. Let's go Colorado because it's a sexy pick. And
wow,
in the
I'm
East,
honored.
I'm gonna say Tampa. Or no, actually Boston. Colorado versus Boston.
You know, it'd be entertaining is Toronto versus Colorado.
Yeah, I picked Boston to win the cup, actually, to the dismay of many of my viewers.
I think Tampa Bay is gonna come back.
Yeah,
I think Tampa Bay is gonna want vengeance for last year.
Yeah, Shazam says Draisaitl is like Malkin and Crosby. Absolutely, I don't think that Malkin is Crosby's bitch boy. And the thing that proves it is that when Crosby gets injured, and let's face it, he does get injured a lot, it's not like Malkin disappears in the shadows like fucking Batman or a pedophile. He like stands up and plays great. Joe says, I think if anything, Tkachuk makes Goudreau look better instead of the other way around. I don't know. I don't watch Calgary that much, but the little Calgary that I watched, I would have said they both feed off of each other equally. I don't think one necessarily feeds off the other more than the other. I don't know. Um, Leaky Bum, his pick, he has St. Louis versus Pitt. He also says, I don't think, personally, there should be two players on the same team in contention for the Hart. It is supposed to be awarded to the player who is most valuable. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point. I don't necessarily disagree with you because the trophy is the guy who's the most valuable for the team. So how can you have two most valuables on the team? You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, it's going to be Draisaitl if that happens.
Yeah, no,
Even though
Draisaitl is just having one of those years, man.
Even if I would pick McKinnon, it's going to be or McDavid. I would still pick Draisaitl,
Yeah.
or they're going to still pick Draisaitl.
I have this
it's
new
just
soundboard.
weird.
I can't stop. I'm addicted to it. Let me see what sound I can play. Snoop Dogg meme. What the fuck's that?
Oh, you could talk about Snoop Dogg being stupid at the LA game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That was so cringe. Oh god,
What was cringe?
Snoop Dogg at the fucking LA game.
Wait, you're talking about last year or recently?
Recently, it was like last week.
Wait, what happened?
He was just getting interviewed and he was just being cringe. Snoop Dogg is just, why get him in hockey? Get him out. I don't want Snoop Dogg in hockey.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, he's cringe, dude.
I disagree.
I just don't think he fits well with hockey.
How come?
Well, you got all these white guys skating on the ice, and you got Snoop Dogg saying, "Oh yeah, man, I love hockey," and shit.
Oh, that's funny. That is absolutely funny, dude.
I can't. I don't have a good.
I disagree.
I don't have a good Snoop Dogg impression.
Look,
I mean,
do I listen to Snoop Dogg? No, maybe not as much as I listen to, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's boomer music, as you would say. But there is one reason I like it. It's because whether you like him or not, he's a big figure. He's a popular celebrity, and he can grow the game. So I don't really mind him getting involved. Plus, you can play as him in NHL 20. It's hilarious.
Like I'm glad that he likes hockey and everything. I just don't think he's a good face of hockey.
Why? And please don't be racist.
I'm not racist. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. But
why is he not a good face for hockey? Because he does too much hardcore drugs?
Because I don't think smoke weed every day represents hockey too well.
That's true.
Smoke weed every day. Do you have that on your soundboard?
No, but I was playing the na 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 na. It's the na 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 song.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So I have a question for Joe. Why does Joe think Eichel should be the Hart winner?
Because I know where he's coming from. For me, if you play on a team and you don't have a lot of good a lot of pieces to surround you, for me that weighs heavily. Like I'll give you an example. Pasternak is having an incredible year. Okay, Panarin is also having an incredible year, but for me personally, Panarin doesn't play on a line with Marchand and Bergeron, who are like world-class players. A guy like Pasternak can cheat on offense because there's a guy like Bergeron, that's going to cover his ass. Panarin doesn't have that luxury. So
you mean Eichel?
Yes, I was getting to that. It's sort of the same with Eichel. Who does he have? Skinner's having a bad year. He's also having a bad contract. That's one of the worst contracts in hockey at this point. $9 million because he had a good beginning to the season last year. Fuck that shit. And he's really... You remember that crazy goal streak he had? Or that crazy point streak? And he ended up going down with an injury and the NHL decided to cancel it. Anyway. Shazam says... listen, Shazam brings up a good point. The only problem with McDavid and Draisaitl is that they are both negative plus or minus. And that's a really good point because if you look at Draisaitl's points, let me just bring it up in a second. He has 110 points, but if you look at his plus minus, he's actually a -4. He has a career -21. I don't know what you think about plus or minus. I put a little bit more stock into it than some people because I do think it's a worthwhile stat. When I look at him getting a -4, that tells me they're a really good power play team. I don't know for a fact. Can you look it up?
They are a really good power play team. That's where they get most of the goals, isn't it? Aren't they the best power play team in the league?
Look it up. But obviously, if you score a goal or get a point on the power play, you don't get any plus. So that's one thing that it tells me. It doesn't detract from my my choice of Draisaitl, but I do see where you're coming from.
Holy shit!
What?
Edmonton is the best power play team by far.
What's the?
They have 29.8%. They're almost at 30% on their power play.
Really?
Yeah, and the team below them is the Bruins, and they have 25.1.
Yeah.
Hey. So they're basically almost a whole 5 points ahead in percentage on the power play of the team in second place.
If I were to describe the Montreal Canadiens power play in one sound, it would be this. All right. Moving on, though. Keep writing those questions, guys. Keep writing those questions. Shazam says, RK. He says people are really down on Matt Murray here in Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what.
I would be too.
Look up Matt Murray's save percentage. I'll tell you what. I just dropped Tristan Jarry in my hockey league. I don't know why they're not playing him. I get it. The optics of it. Matt Murray won a cup with them. He's won several cups with them. He was their number one goalie. I get the optics of it, but at this point, why not just go with the hotter hand? And thus far in the league, in this year, Tristan Jarry's been incredible. Do you have his stats up?
Yeah, he has a 2.83 goals against average with a .900 save percentage.
Okay, look, Tristan Jarry's at a 2.31, and his save percentage, he's not in the top 10, so I don't... Oh, yeah, he is. He has a 924 save percentage. Okay, admittedly, he's gone cold for the past couple of games. If I were the coach, I go to Matt Murray, I say, hey, listen, Murr, you've had some great runs for us. We've won many Stanley Cups, okay? You have the rings to prove it. I have to go with the hot hand. Hey, this is a league of results here. There was a similar issue for a while in Washington, right? Samsonov was playing incredible.
They had every team kind of goes through that. Even the Habs are going through that right now. Like when Grubauer comes back from injury, I don't know if they're going to want to put Grubauer back because how good Francouz is doing.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Francouz was his top 3 stars for like the past 2 weeks. He was like first star a couple weeks ago, and the week after that, he was third star.
Francouz is 4th in save percentage. He has a 927.
He's been kicking ass.
I don't know if he's going to be good in the playoffs, though. I still think you guys should have gotten a goalie at the deadline.
We did. We got Hutchinson.
Oh. Whoop-de-fucking-do. No, the only reason I bring that up is because...
He played one game, and he let in one goal against the Red Wings, so it's not saying much.
Oh, wow. A one-game sample size. That means a lot for me. No,
against the Red Wings.
Against the Red Wings. No, the reason I bring it up is because you guys 100% remember this. You remember the Hamburglar?
Yeah.
He was one of those guys, the end of the year, he was playing amazing. And like, he got free McDonald's for life because McDonald's saw the way he was playing and they were like, fuck this shit. This guy is so good, let's give him free McDonald's for life. Because he's playing so good, let's feed him McDonald's, get him fat so he can suck. But then the playoffs comes around, and what happens? He actually sucks. So for me, goalies, it's like I said, I don't think we're going to see the extinction of like the number one pure goalies. we're going to see extinctions of goalies making $10 million because from now on, they're just going to ride the hot hand. That's what I think. That's what I think.
You got to think about it too. Francis has been this way pretty much his whole year. He's played 30 games.
But the playoffs is a whole different beast, dude. I don't know if he can do the same in the playoffs when like teams actually give a shit. Do you think he can do it?
I mean, I think so.
It's a trap.
I mean,
I don't think
this
so.
this is basically his rookie year too, because
Exactly, you're just proving my point. Relying on a rookie goalie in the playoffs and the fatigue kicks in. Oh boy, no! Look, if I were the GM, if you could get him at a low price, why not go after a guy like Lundqvist? I would prefer him over Francouz.
and Grubauer is going to come back from injury. They say he's going to come back in next week or two.
That's right.
So he's going to come back before playoffs. So they're probably going to either start Francis or Grubauer. Whoever's hotter going into the playoffs, that's who they're going to start.
Yeah.
And if Francis does a bad first or couple games, they're just going to put in Grubauer, and it should be fine there.
Okay.
It's nice. It's nice to have options, isn't it?
It is. Unlike the Canadians, where their options are Carey Price and Carey Price and Carey Price and Carey Price.
What happens if Carey Price is injured?
They shit the bed.
Yeah, that's been the story for the past 5 years, hasn't it?
No, you remember Buddha? Peter Buddha?
Yeah,
Peter Buddha. He was an incredible. Actually, he started off with the Avalanche, right?
Yeah, he played with the Avs back in like 2007.
He was incredible as a backup goalie, but it seemed like every time Price got injured and he needed to take that load, that sounded bad. He needed to take that workload. He always failed. So, like, one of the problems of Montreal, they were never able to get a decent backup goalie since probably Buddha. Like, no offense to Niemi, but that guy wasn't an NHL goalie. We saw it this year.
No.
Was it this year they got rid of him? Yeah, they didn't sign him again. He's not. He was past, dude.
Yeah, Niemi has never really been good. Even when he played for Dallas, I think he wasn't really good at all.
Well, he was good that year. He won the cup, but that was a fucking flash in the pan. That was more.
He
so
won the
team.
cup?
He won the cup with Chicago. I think it was his first or second or something like that year.
Really? I don't know. Was he like backup to Crawford or something?
No, he was the actual goalie.
Wow.
Antti Niemi DB. I wonder what his stats were that year. Oh my God! Look at that hair. He looks like Pennywise. From
maybe he just got old. He was almost 40.
Because they won the cup and yeah, that's true. But also he has like no technique. The poor guy. I like him. He's a good teammate, but goddamn. 2009 with the Blackhawks. He played 39 games. That's the year they won the cup, I believe. He had a goals against of 225 and a save percentage of 912.
Those are good, but they're not all-star kind of.
But listen, then he got traded to the Sharks. His save percentage was 920.
Yeah.
Then 914, then 924. The minute it's above 920 for me, that's elite. But then over the years, he just
got old.
His first year with the Canadians wasn't bad. I think he even won the Masterton or whatever that trophy is. What is it? That trophy that's given to like the best story, or like the best comeback or whatever it's called, Masturbate or whatever. Let's see. Let me read some of the questions here, or the comments. Joe says Demko. He struggled for Vancouver. He says, because Eichel is the team. Jeff Skinner and Sam Reinhart are great, but compared to Eichel, they're just there and nothing else. Eichel looks like a monster among men on that team. 100% agree. Do you not agree with that statement?
I think it's a solid statement. I don't see a reason to disagree.
Yeah. Like, again, if he has no surrounding and he's carrying the team on his own, for me, that's so much more than if you play on a line with Bergeron and Marchand, personally. Joe says, fun fact, we actually have one of the best power plays on the road. The Habs are such a mystery. Yeah, that's true. The Oilers were like that a couple years ago, where their power play on the road was incredible, and then at home it sucked, or it was vice versa. But it's just weird how some teams they can't switch it on. RK says big decision to make on the offseason. Murray is going to want an 8-year contract. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I tell you what, if you pay a goalie in this league above $6 million, you're fucked up the ass. I would never give a goalie above $6 million. It just backfires. First of all, it doesn't make sense. If a goalie, he plays a good year and he's healthy, what is it he's going to play? Like 60 games? That's 20 games that you're basically paying him to sit on his fucking ass. Second of all, like I said, they're too streaky. Sure, there's going to be games where he looks like a $10 million guy, but there's going to be like 10 other games where he looks like crap. Do I want to pay like above $6 million for that? Absolutely not. If I'm a GM, a goalie comes to me with he wants $10 million, I'm taking that contract request and I'm shoving it up his mother's ass because there's no way I'm paying that.
Well, it's that goalie from fucking the Islanders that they're still paying off.
Oh, DePietro.
Yeah.
That's like, guys, NHL, do
Rick
not
DiPietro's
pay
the
your
perfect
goalies
example.
above $6 million.
DiPietro. That's the name. DiPietro.
Yeah, what did I call him?
DiPietro. It's DiPietro.
Okay, big fucking difference.
Fuck you, French boy.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. So yeah, look, Murray, if he wants more than that, is he an RFA? He can't be, right? Can you look that up quickly?
Matt Murray?
Yeah.
Penguins?
Yeah, but even with
he's
that
an
means-
RFA.
He is?
Yeah, he's an RFA.
Dude, listen, I would let him walk. If he wants 8 years, $6+ million, especially the way he's played this past year, take that and shove it up your mother's ass.
It's scary too because he has arbitration rights. He's going to get $6 million.
I'm letting him walk.
He's going to get $6 million with arbitration rights.
I'll take the compensation.
How much fucking Bob Rossi got paid set the standard for how much goalies get paid.
It set the standard, but at the same time, they learned a fucking lesson. It's not a good idea to pay a goalie that much.
Yeah, but someone's going to pay $6 million for Murray.
Yeah, and that team is stupid, in my opinion. I would
watch it be the fucking
Just
Canadians.
Look, you just finished stroking.
I can see Bergevin paying $6 million to fucking Murray.
You just finished stroking off Francouz. How much is he making?
They just signed him to a 2-year contract last week.
Yeah, how much is it? Peanuts?
$2 million.
Yeah, fucking peanuts. Listen, this guy's making $2 million. What's his save percentage? Oh, fuck, I had it right here.
Like 927.
All right, look, here's a task for you. I'm looking at the top save percentages in the league. And for me, that's the most valuable stat when it comes to a goalie. Okay, I don't care as much about goals against average because if they're getting 100 shots per game, I don't care if they're letting in 4 goals. For me, the stat that matters, it's really save percentage. How much does Anton Khudobin make? Can you look at that?
How do you spell that? Khudobin?
Khudobin contract. We're going to do this.
I got it.
Million.
That,
be right.
Yeah.
5 million?
It's
Okay.
2.5.
2.5 million.
Yeah, that's his cap hit.
How much does Darcy Kemper make? He makes...
Darcy.
Fuck, they don't write the fucking contract. Look it up. Kemper.
I'm looking up right now. It's he makes about 1.8
1.8
per year.
Look up now Tuukka Rask. He makes bank.
Yeah, he probably does. Considering he makes 7.
He makes 7. Francouz, he makes, we just talked about it, 2. Tristan Jarry, how much does he make?
He makes this is his entry level contract, so he makes 600,000.
600,000.
675,000.
And Jake Allen, and we're gonna stop here. Jake Allen, how much does he make?
fucking Jake Allen. What a fucking meme. He makes $4 million.
4 million.
4.3 million.
So I'm looking at the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goalies. I'm looking at the top 6 goalies. Put in Merzlikins. How much does he make? Not even $1 million, probably, because he's a rookie.
I'm not gonna bother.
Okay, Khudobin 2. Kemper, what was it? 2.
I get the point. I mean,
Tuukka
these guys are
Rask,
making
Bank.
These guys are.
Francouz. I know you get the point. I'm saying it for the people at home. Francouz makes 2. Tristan Jarry makes peanuts. Okay, Jake Allen makes 4. Merzlikins doesn't even make $1 million. You're going to pay that much for a goalie? The proof is in the pudding. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm starving. I'm going to have to cut it here, dude. I don't want it to be too late when I eat. I'm going to eat a fucking salad. Splash some balsamic on that shit. I love it. Let me just finish the questions here. San Jose should target Matt Murray 100% because Martin Jones is not a starter, and Aaron Dell shouldn't even be in the league, let alone a backup. Niemi was great with Chicago and San Jose. Niemi was the starter for Chicago, and Huet was the backup. Funny enough, we used to have Huet. Yeah, I remember Cristobal. Joe says, I wonder what will pay Primo. $12 million. Yeah, you better not. Listen, they get rid of that price contract. I don't want to ever see a goalie make $10 million again. What a stupid fucking contract that was. RK says, what?
Fucking, I bet the next big name goalie that goes up for fucking contract is going to get paid $10 million.
Yeah, for sure.
If Rask's contract went up, do you think he'll be asking for 10?
I think they've learned their lesson.
I don't think so.
I think they've learned their lesson, dude.
No.
Fuck.
Sorry. They should have learned their lesson with Price.
True. But, like, Price wasn't that bad after he signed. Even now, he's not that horrible. Bobrovsky, do you see the year he's having? He's playing like garbage. Absolute doo-doo.
Yeah.
Look up his stats.
He's the reason why the Florida Panthers aren't making the playoffs.
Yeah, dude. He's playing like that. I just played a fart noise. He's playing like absolute shit. And he's making $10 million. Don't go around and tell me teams are going to keep paying $10 million for goalies.
He has a .900 save percentage and a 3.23 goals against average.
Dude, this sound effect is called Sunny Lane Orgasm. Do you know Sunny Lane?
No, but I want to now.
All right, I'm playing it. Sounds like a guy.
But
no, dude, it's not gonna happen. David Arthur just says, "Hey, buddy, how are you, David? Nice seeing you in the chat." RK says, "Plus, don't forget the year with Seattle. You are gonna have to make that one goalie available. That's true, and let's not forget Price's wife. She's from near Seattle." And if I were to guess here, I think Price's wife definitely wears the pants in that relationship. She looks like a toughie. I follow her on Instagram.
Do you think the Canadians will protect Price during the expansion?
You know what? Not if it's Bergevin. The only way that Bergevin will not protect Price at the expansion is if he's like playing horrible. And I'm talking about sub 900 save percentage. And he's just not giving the team a chance to win. That's the only way. But
let's say Lindgren let's say Lindgren Green or whatever you want to pronounce him has a great season for the Canadians next year. No. Do you think
it's not going to happen?
Because right now Canadians don't have a decent goalie other than Carey Price. Like all the other ones are garbage, right?
Well, they have Primo coming up, but my point was, unless he's having a ridiculously horrible year, and I mean like sub 900, like 3.0 goals against average, that's the only way. But if he's average and maybe a little bit below average, he's going to keep him. Because if I've learned anything watching Marc Bergevin do his job as GM of the Montreal Canadiens, he has a humongous hard-on for Carey Price. In fact, I heard rumors that he has to tuck his dick in the band of his underwear because he can't conceal his erection when he's around
Do
Carey
you,
Price.
do you want him to let Perry Price go at the expansion
Yes. I told
just to
you,
get rid of
dude,
the contract?
on the free market or within your system even, you could get a goalie. Maybe he's not as good as Carey Price, but economy-wise, he's going to be more efficient than Carey Price because you're going to be paying less money.
Yeah. I mean, I would too if I was fucking Bridgman. I got that giant fucking shitty ass contract on my team. Of course, I would let it fucking go.
Yeah, dude, it's not only a bad contract in the terms of you're paying a player money that he doesn't deserve. It's money that can be given to a really good free agent this year. Speaking of which, did you see the cap went up? Or
Yeah,
they're projecting it to go up, sorry.
yeah.
Fuck you,
I think it's
bitch.
going to go up like 4. I don't think it's going to go up to like the 6 people we're talking about.
Yeah, I think they said it might go up, what, 3 to 7 million? 3 at the least, 7 at the most. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be like 4. But still,
Yeah. 4 is still a solid player,
yeah,
you know?
4 is a solid player.
And, fucking Toronto's going to sign one of their free agents for 12 million instead of 11 million.
Absolutely. You're not.
Wrong.
There we go. David Arthur, he says, doing great. Canadians will definitely win tomorrow. He said that that rumor is accurate with me. Yeah, I heard that rumor also, Matt. What rumor? I forgot what I said. Are we talking? Is that the Seattle? I forget what I was talking about. What rumor
I
was
think
I
so.
talking about? Seattle?
About Carey Price going to Seattle, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure. Listen, Seattle, when they come up, and oh, for God's sake, don't call them the Kraken, whatever you do. The Kraken, I'll tell you what, when I played football, I played O-line. My nickname was the Kraken because my pants kept falling up and they'd see my ass crack. They'd call me the Kraken. So that's all I can think about when I hear Kraken. Such a dumb name.
Isn't because you do crack, you look like a fucking crackhead?
No, I don't look like a crackhead. Did you fucking look at yourself?
I look like a fat ass. I don't look like a fucking crackhead.
But you have like all of those scars and shit on your face.
I don't
Like-
have scars.
Like, you're Guy Boucher, of course you do.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
slow there, buddy. Slow. Um, Darky says they're talking about the rumor. The Bergevin hard on the rumor. The rumor that he has to tuck his boner into the band of his underpants whenever he's around him. Wolverine says, "Is it a really good idea to?" Oh, by the way, nice to see you, Wolverine. I've never seen you before, so nice having you. Is it really a good idea to trade Drouin? I think he will bounce back next season. I think so too, but I will say I'm disappointed for Drouin because he had a great beginning to the year. Okay, and after he came back from injury, what made him good in the beginning, be it the hustle, his work ethic, hasn't been there after. So you can blame that on the injury. It slowed him down in it, this and this and that. I'll get it. Next year is your last chance, buddy. And I've been sort of protecting Drouin because I do think that at 5 million, I think that's a pretty digestible contract. I mean, 5 million, that's nothing. Well, I mean, in terms of hockey, it's obviously a lot of money, but
5 million's pretty
yeah,
up
and
there.
especially if the cap goes up.
For 5 million, that's like a top 6
Yeah,
for sure. Top 4, top 6 guy.
David says it's a stupid name for Seattle. Joe says I have to tuck my D when I see Price too. He's just captivating. I've seen Carey Price in person.
I have to do the same thing every time I see Joe in chat.
So every time you say Drouin, basically, because he has a Drouin thumbnail. Or is that Andrew Shaw? I can't tell. Oh my god, I feel bad for Andrew Shaw. That was actually one of my stories. Shawzy. He's
What happened to Shaw?
he's out for the remainder of the season because and I hate to say this, he's been dealing with post-concussion syndrome.
Oof. So he might be done. Done.
Not only might he be done, how can I say this? He might get a lot of side effects later in life, whether it be
Yeah.
like
Well,
memory loss or shit like that. I feel bad.
that's because the way he plays. You know, you play the game Manju Shaw does. You know, shit like that's gonna happen to you.
I think one of the most underrated moves Bergevin did was trade Andrew Shaw, because I knew how injury prone he was, and I know it sounds horrible me saying that, but I mean, you trade him before things get really out of control, before he gets really injured badly, and you get some value out of him. I think that was a really good move. As shitty as it sounds, I think it was a good move. Would you be able to talk for 5 minutes while I'm gone to get a salad?
Yeah, dude. I'll sing along to Gucci Gang.
No, don't play fucking Gucci game. Talk about hockey. Read off stats or something. I'll be back in a fucking second, okay?
Read off stats. I'm gonna talk about how shitty the Maple Leafs are.
Okay, do that and read comments. All right, I'll be back.
Okay, so what's poppin', guys? I'm posting the show because Matt's getting a fucking salad. I wonder what kind of salad it'll be. Do they put snails in salads in Quebec? I don't know. But back to the topic of the Maple Leafs. Wow, what a fucking shithole this team is. Fucking Kyle Dubas is an absolute fucking dipshit. You know, fuck Kyle Dubas. I mean, actually, I kind of love him because he made the Leafs look like absolute horseshit on the ice. What a fucking meme. Their whole fan base fucking talks up like this fucking Maple Leafs team is going to be the greatest shit in the world. Oh, yeah, the Maple Leafs are going to win the cup. All Toronto, all hockey media is saying, oh, look, the fucking Maple Leafs are going to win the cup this year. Just watch and look how they're playing. They're playing the same exact way they have for the past 2 years. You know, they overpaid Matthews, Tavares, Marner, Nylander. You know, those guys are way overpaid. I'm pretty sure everyone that knows anything about hockey can agree. So now they can't get any fucking bottom six depth. And so now they don't have any depth on defense. And Frederick Anderson is pretty much the only guy they're relying on to stop pucks, because no one else on that blue line knows how to stop pucks. Oh, look, they have Tyson Barrie and players playing them for defense, you know. They have Morgan Riley, Tyson Barrie. Look how many pucks they're stopping. Those guys are meant to score pucks, not stop them. Absolute fucking dipshit. Why would he go out of way to improve his quote unquote defense during the offseason, trade one of their best forwards for Tyson Barrie, who's just another forward on defense that can't play defense? They have fuckers like Cody Ceci. Talk about a fucking absolute fucking traffic cone. Cody Ceci is the fucking literal definition of a fucking pylon. There is a reason why Ottawa Senators want to get rid of Cody Ceci. If Ceci was okay, he would still be with the Ottawa Senators because that's how Ottawa Senators work. They're so bad they can keep mediocre players to make their team better. Cody Ceci's kind of been in this week, so he might be a veteran guy. But look at how he's doing so well for Toronto right now. He's stopping them pucks. Oh, yes, he is. Fuck Toronto. Yeah, you're right. And I'm seeing your comment, Joe. Fucking Zadorov is a person they're talking about trading. Actually, they're benching Zadorov today, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why. I didn't really look into it that much.
We put frogs on our salad here in Quebec. Isn't that cannibalism? Upscale Stu, he says, that's why it's sad that other teams in the Atlantic don't care enough to make the playoffs. What's that in reference to? I missed it.
Oh, I was talking about how shitty Toronto is.
Yeah. It's sad because I
went on a whole tangent about how everyone knows Toronto is bad, but I was just letting on everyone else know in your stream how bad Toronto is because fuck Toronto. I talked about their shitty media and their shitty fan base and their shitty fucking players and their shitty fucking GM and their shitty fucking head coach.
You know, the fact that they're in the Atlantic, that helps them a lot. Because if they were in the fucking Metro, they wouldn't be making the playoffs. The only chance for them not to make the playoffs would have been if Florida played any decent hockey. But they've been sucking shit lately. Oh, wait. Does that have anything to do that they pay a goalie $10 million? Probably. That was an enigmatic move.
You can also point out Montreal being bad too.
Yeah, well, dude, I point that out every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Habs Nations podcast.
Yeah. Dude. But actually, though, do you think that the Avalanche will trade Zadorov? Wait, let me see. I think he's actually an RFA this year.
I think he's a cocksucker. Dude.
Yeah, he's an RFA this year.
There is not many players in this league that I won't give them the benefit of the doubt. Zadorov is one of them.
You think that Colorado could fleece Toronto again if they trade Zadorov to Toronto?
What do you mean again? You're talking about the Kadri?
Yeah, we kind of fleeced him with the Kadri and Barry trade.
Yeah. I wouldn't say fleeced. I do think you guys won it. Depends what you're trading him for. But to be honest, I wouldn't trade him because he's like a injury machine. Do you know how many injury he causes for the other teams? That's actually valuable in the playoffs. I think he's a cocksucker. I have zero respect for him.
I think he only ever got suspended once, too.
Yeah, I know, but he should have been suspended many times. I hate that player.
He's just so fucking big that his fucking elbow, even if it's not up, fucking hits the player's head.
Dude. Hedman is big. You don't see him do the dirty shit that he does. Who did you see it recently? That fucking dirty little cross check he gave the guy.
I saw that.
What am I thinking of?
I'm surprised that I know what you're thinking of. I'm surprised he didn't get suspended for that.
Who did he?
It was Dzingel. Ryan Dzingel.
Oh my God, Kotkaniemi got injured again in the first period. He hasn't.
That wasn't. I don't know. That one, he kind of tapped him. Like, it wasn't like a very hard tap. He kind of like tapped his angle, so he got off
I'm
balance.
playing it right now. Hold up.
Partner to the far side, and now Dzingel taken down, and he's injured.
Sorry for the shit quality.
In the Colorado zone, just coming in France recently. It almost.
All right. Oh no, dude, fuck that shit. He's approaching the boards. There is 0.0 reason to give him a cross check in that situation. Look, he's very off balance. He's very off balance. He's almost on his ass. And then he decides to cross check him. He goes ankles first in the boards. Again, like I said, this isn't a player that I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's a class A cocksucker.
Yeah, you hate him more than both of the Kachucks?
Yes. And I hate Brady. I don't care that much about Matthew. I hate Brady. I fucking hate Zadorov. Because he's thrown too many questionable hits in this league. Especially that Dzingel one. That's completely unnecessary, dude. If kids, if you play hockey out there, if someone's approaching the boards, don't give them a fucking love tap for no reason. It's not going to end well for that guy. You could fucking break his neck.
I can see what you're talking about, but I don't think Zadorov expected him to go in the boards like he did.
I don't give a shit. You did it. It's the action of doing it, dude. And if this was his first time, sure. But the fact that he's done it, even the Kotkaniemi injury, you fucking Colorado fans give me such a hard time. I said this.
Yeah.
I had to remove the video. I said this. I said, Kotkaniemi has zero balance. True. Maybe if he was a bigger player, he wouldn't have fell on his neck. True. Maybe if he had a bigger frame, he wouldn't have fell on his neck. True. There is no reason for Zadorov's leg to ride up and give him a Charlie horse. I get it. If he was a bigger player with more balance, I get it. It wouldn't be the same ramifications. But the action of doing it, I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Even a couple of years ago, did you see that hit he put on Jack Eichel? You guys can look it up.
That Jack Eichel's a bitch that game.
Yeah, sort of.
That was last year because I remember Jack Eichel came back in that game and he elbowed fucking Soderberg.
Yeah, but good for him. He takes a fucking hit to the head. I don't know if there's a penalty on the play. I would have done the same thing.
He doesn't even go after the same player though. You go after some innocent guy that didn't even fucking hit you, and you fucking elbowed the dude to the head. That leaves the game. Eichel didn't even leave that game.
Karma doesn't have to be on the same player in hockey. I said it many times.
The only thing about that hit that was bad was that it was late.
When Takayami took that hit from Zadorov, a lot of Canadians fans, they said, but who on the roster can go after Zadorov? He's 6'5". He's big. He's Russian. Who is going to do that? You know what I said? I said, fuck that noise. Don't go after Zadorov. Go after Jost. Go after McKinnon. Go after Rantanen. Mind you, those are really big guys. Go after Gerard. It doesn't have to be... Karma doesn't have to be against the same player. Unfortunately, the Canadians are pussies. And I guarantee you this, and upscale Stu, you just brought it up. How do you feel about Zach Kassian? If they had players like Zach Kassian on their team, they would be that third Atlantic team in the playoffs right now. It turned my stomach, and I'm about to throw up my salad thinking about it. I'm about to toss my salad, if you will. Your rookie goes down. Your quote-unquote number one center, quote-unquote. I don't really subscribe to that. What happened? Domi went after him, gave him a little, a little love tap, and then nothing. I would have pulled off an Eichel. I would have won straight to Sam Girard or Tyson Jost or one of those little players. Who's little on your team?
Probably, I think Girard's probably your smallest guy.
Yeah, go after him.
And he's a defenseman too, which is great.
He did another little dirty move earlier this season when he clobbered DeBrincat.
Who, Girard?
Yeah, I made a video about it.
I think I know what you're talking about. That was a while back.
Look it up and describe it.
Yeah, he was fined $2,000 for it.
Dirty move.
Yeah, he was just pissed and he just shoved him, and he went hard into the boards.
You know why he was
pissed? Yeah, it's because he got in a fight with him, right?
DeBrincat and Girard had a fight, and DeBrincat took a wicked hook. The next game, it was actually similar to the Dzingel thing. He's coming up to the boards, gives him a little shot at the end. He goes right into the boards. Easily could have ended his career right there. Easily. All right, read some of the comments while I fill my face.
I don't have the stream up, but let me get it. How do you feel about Zach Kassian? I could tell you how he feels about Zach Kassian. He loves Zach Kassian. Matt loves Zach Kassian.
Right, why do I love Zach Kassian?
Because you love that he fucking does the right thing when it comes.
Please elaborate. Does the right thing is a very general expression.
Well, I mean, when it comes to like being a guy that stands up for your team, Zach Kassian's like the perfect example of someone you want to stand up.
That's right. And a lot of people think you get a quote-unquote goon, that's a wasted spot on your roster. That could be a scorer. Guys like Zach Kassian, guys like Wayne Simmons in his prime, they could play hockey.
You need those guys. You need those guys in the playoffs against certain teams.
Yeah. I'll go on a limb here. I don't think Washington could have won without Tom Wilson. That's how important I think he is.
With Tom Wilson's more than a goon too. He can actually score.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also at the same time, that did play a key role. You know, a lot of these big guys, most of these Stanley Cup winners, they always had a couple big guys.
Yeah,
the only team I can really think about was like probably Pittsburgh. Even Vegas has fucking Reeves.
What's his name? Kokanyemi goes down. If Tom Wilson is on that team, guaranteed there's a response. He probably jumps off the bench and fights him. Oh, did you ever see that hit he threw on Zadorov?
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen that.
Let me try to find it.
Yeah, dude, Zadorov is still pretty fucking young. I think he got drafted in like 2016.
Didn't he get drafted by Buffalo?
Yeah, he got traded to us with the O'Reilly trade.
That was a good trade.
It was a bad trade for us. We got fucking Grigorenko, who turned out to be a bust, and Zadorov.
Oh, you gave away O'Reilly. That's right.
Yeah,
that's true. Zadorov, Wilson.
I think he was a rental though, so it wasn't too bad considering it was a rental. But
oh fuck, I have it right here. Look at this shit. Comes over around the net, boom. That was amazing to see. I rewatch that whenever I'm depressed and sad.
Well, Wilson doesn't even fucking make big hits as much as he used to now because
he hits like a maniac. I disagree.
Does he still do it? I thought he calmed down a bit.
Look at last game against Philadelphia. He was hitting people left and right. Had 2 fights.
I thought he calmed down after he got suspended for a shit long time last season.
Maybe. All right, read the next question while I eat.
Next question. All right, Chief. Do you think we should have kept Deuce Sellers? Speaking of him, I actually know him. And there's another question of: do you think Alex Galchenyuk?
Go in order.
Do you think Alex Galchenyuk will go to the KHL next season, or do you think he'll stay in Minnesota long term? And do you think he's a bust?
Yes, no, yes. So, I do think he'll go to the KHL. I think that after Montreal, Arizona, Pittsburgh, wow, I just went through puberty there. Pittsburgh, and now Minnesota. Look up his stats in Minnesota, but I'm doubt if he's doing anything good. That's sufficient chances. I mean, at that point, it's not the team's fault. It's your fault. If you're in 5 different markets, whether it be Montreal, Arizona.
He played 12 games and he has 5 points in 12 games.
4 different markets. Okay. No one's going to give him, unless it's at a ridiculously low price, no one's going to put a waiver on him.
I think Galchenyuk might be a low risk, high reward type player during the off season. That could be your fucking new Nuchishkin.
Maybe. But like even a guy like Nuchishkin, he went to the KHL for a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to the KHL and then came back in a year or 2 or something.
I don't know why I was saying Nuchishkin. It's a Nichushkin. Nichushkin. I'm retarded.
Dude, I don't care. I mispronounce names left and right. Joe says, do you think we should have kept Deslauriers? Speaking of him, I actually know him. Oh, well, first of all, tell us how you know him. I would like to hear that story. Second of all, it's a hard question. Sorry.
What the? You sound like a fucking cat throwing up a hairball.
It's a hard question because if you're looking at the year Deslauriers is having with Anaheim, like, he's not like putting up Ovechkin numbers or anything like that, but he's having a cute little year in the sense that he's fighting a lot, he's physical, he's bringing a lot of energy. The only problem, though, is that last year he spent with Montreal, he wasn't doing that. I liked the first year he was with Montreal.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go do my laundry. I got to change it.
Go ahead. That first year he was with Montreal, he played really good. That second year he seemed a step or 2 behind. So I can't really fault them for getting rid of him. But hey, who knows? If he's a free agent anytime soon, maybe put a waiver on him. I wouldn't hate that. Upscale Sue says, is Zadorov your least favorite player? Probably not, but definitely in the top 10. Definitely in the top 10. I do not like Zadorov at all. The reason why I don't like him is because, like GB said, he doesn't have an extensive suspension history. But that's not necessarily a good thing, because he'll do like these sneaky, dirty hits. He'll do these hits that go unrecognized. Like on Dzingel, that was a perfect example. You make it look like a bloody accident, but I've seen the game long enough to know that that's no accident. You see a guy going the boards off balance, you give him a little love tap like that, that's no accident. But that's just me. Really not a fan of Zadorov. I would love to have him on my team. I mean, imagine him in a playoff series. He's going to bruise the other team, regardless of what you think of him. But playing against him and seeing like the questionable hits he's made, I can't say I really like the guy. I can't say I really respect him. I kind of want to take a big old dump on his face. That's how much I don't like him.
Allah Akbar.
Joe says, "Oh, did you see the joke that the comedian said where oh fuck, what was it? He said like with the coronavirus, sneezing in public is like the equivalent of screaming Allahu Akbar in public. All right, I'm botched at the joke, but anyway, Joe says,
I don't know, but I just said it because you're Arabic.
Yes. Read the next question.
Kind of funny after. I don't know which question were you on.
I'm on Wolverine, asking about Galchenyuk. I'm only making you do it so I can eat. I'm starving.
I bumped into Deuce Ellers near my neighborhood. I saw him and immediately recognized his face. I went over and talked to him. Great guy. Kind of funny how after acquiring Galchenyuk, Minnesota is now a playoff team.
I don't think it's got anything to do with it, personally.
I don't think so either.
How did you pronounce his name?
Who's?
The guy that Joe bumped into. How did you pronounce it?
Dos Ellers? Des Lauriers? I don't know.
You said Deuce Ellers.
Deuce Ellers, yeah.
Do you know how many fucking times you correct me because I botched some player's name? You don't have the right, dude. After this, you don't have the right to ever correct me ever again, because I said Tavares instead of Tavares or some dumb shit like that. You fucking said Deuce Ellers. It's Delorier, the fucking Laurier.
Listen here, shithead. Just because I'm not French doesn't mean I'm fucking can pronounce you fuckers fucking dude, weird ass.
Watch a fucking
names.
Ducks game. It's Delorier.
I'm not watching a fucking Ducks game. Fuck you, faggot.
Okay, but it's common sense. It's a French name. It's Delorier. All right. It's common sense.
Was it like pronouncing Guy or some shit?
How do you pronounce your name?
I don't know.
No. How do you pronounce your name? If someone asks your name, how do you say? What do you say?
Hi. What's up? If someone says, "Hey, my name," I'll be like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
No. What if I just met you and said, "What's your name?" What do you answer?
My name Jeff.
Oh my god, dude! Talking to you, it's just not fun. It gives me a headache. Is this normal?
I get that. I get that a lot, actually.
I feel like I'm climbing up a hill when I talk to you.
Yeah, I just don't like pronouncing it. I don't like sharing my name on the internet. I'm not Canadian, but I can pronounce it. Okay, this upscale stew guy is roasting me. Okay, I think it's time to kill myself now.
Oh, who's roasting you?
Upscale stew.
What is he saying?
He said, "I'm not Canadian, but I can pronounce it."
Because it's fucking common sense, dude. Deuce Lores, or whatever you said. Like, dude, you shit on me. I'm making a fucking amazing point, and you'll be like, it's pronounced Nichushkin, not Nichushkin, or whatever. And my whole point goes to the fucking garbage. And you're here, sitting on your fat ass, pronouncing Delorier like des losers, or whatever you said.
Dis losers, that's a good one. Because he's part of a losing team.
Joe says, speaking of the Ducks, they fleeced Columbus. They got Sonny Milano for Devon Shore. That's a steal. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Sonny Milano's pretty good.
Sonny Milano's, the only thing shitty about him is his name. He sounds like he's straight out of The Godfather. Sonny Milano. Definitely an Italian. But yeah, I think it's a decent trade. I don't think he's going to be like some huge top 6 player in the future, but he is Italian. I'm going fucking crazy.
You're going crazy after everything, Tony. You're going crazy at the sounds, and you're going crazy at me. What else are you gonna go crazy at? You gonna go crazy at fucking Joe?
No, Joe's
Joe
cool.
did nothing wrong.
I like my viewers, and I don't even mind Jake. He does get on my nerves when he doesn't get his fucking earphones. But I gotta say, you get on my nerves. Talking to you is like an uphill battle. I swear to God.
Well, we're both assholes. What do you expect?
What?
This is what happens when you have two assholes talk to each other.
I know. I'm not an asshole though.
Oh, bullshit.
Why am I an asshole?
Fucking shit.
Let the people know. Why am I an asshole?
You're naturally an asshole. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows you're an asshole.
Why? What's your evidence to support that hypotenuse?
You make fun of fucking PK Subban. You don't make fun of the king like that.
The king?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Why?
I'm on fucking Insta. Hold on. Is that what the kids call it? Insta?
They call it Instagram.
Instagram. All right. I follow PK Subban. And
Supan. You said Supan, like a frying.
yeah, he's a pan of soup. Okay, keep in mind this guy. Look up his stats quickly. He's having his worst career to date. His worst year to date.
Did he even get any better over the season?
No,
I know,
dude. I gotta tell you, if I was a hockey player,
he's getting worse. He's getting worse.
I would be devastated over the year that I'm having if I played like PK Subban. I would be in a dark room, sad, crying, using my tears as lube to masturbate.
He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit.
Dude,
he's doing bad. That's the problem.
Look at this. This is Subban. Again, worst season to date. He's not taking it the wrong way.
My best friend said, "Who likes air fry?"
You know what?
Hold on.
Oh no!
In my chair. Okay.
Hey Wayne, I know you feeling this one.
Still has 3 years left on that $9 million contract too.
Dude, I just showed you didn't see it, but the video, it's him DJing at some event. Dude.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
I would be so fucking embarrassed. I wouldn't show my face in public. This guy is fucking rapping. What an embarrassment.
He doesn't give a shit. You know what the thing is
it shows me that he doesn't care.
I'll use McKinnon as an example. When that Avalanche had that really bad season, McKinnon had like really bad depression. He said this on the Spin Chicklets podcast.
Yeah.
Way back. And he said he had to get a sports therapist because it was so bad. Yeah. You know, that's how you know a player actually cares when they're doing bad. When they
it must have popped up by now. Did you see PK?
I don't want to see it.
Oh.
I really don't want to see it.
I wouldn't be I wouldn't be out in public. I get it. You probably signed a lot of deals before the season started, but show a little bit of shame, you mega dumbass.
I see the video. What the fuck? What are his sunglasses he's wearing?
He has the fucking posture of an old man.
Yeah.
Dude, this looks like if my grandpa decided to DJ. They would look the same.
Do you know Shaquille O'Neal's like a dubstep DJ?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he performed in front of like 100,000 people at EDC. Yeah.
What's EDC?
It's like the big EDM festival in Las Vegas.
What's EDM? Edmonton?
EDM is electronic dance music.
Oh. Does
like
McDavid
dubstep.
like it? Or
I don't know.
It's got nothing to do with Edmonton.
It's got nothing to do with Edmonton. It's just the genre of music. That's what they call it, is electronic dance music, EDM for short.
Upscale Stu says he even started a YouTube channel and uses some of his time on that. Yeah, did you see that? And it's funny because a lot of the comments are just like, dude, you suck at hockey. Just focus on practicing and shit. Enough with this YouTube thing. He has millions of subscribers. He should give me a little bump. Maybe give me a shout out here and there.
Wait, does he actually have millions of subscribers?
I take that back. Millions of views.
I am PK Su.
He has 55,000.
Oh, not even millions of views. I take that back. But still, he has a ridiculous amount of subscribers.
He has 2 million views
Oh, he does?
on his whole channel. Yeah, he has almost 3 million on his whole channel.
Like, listen, I'll give you this analogy. Yes, my parents were Arabic, are Arabic. They put a lot of emphasis on studying on school. It's sort of like the Asians. They didn't accept below an A. My dad said, I don't care how long it takes you to study. If it's an hour, if it's a day, if it's a week. You study, you get an A, and then you can go and play.
Wow, look how far that got you.
Shut the fuck up. It's the same with PK, though. Like, I have no problem with starting a YouTube channel if you're an athlete. Actually, I think it's a good idea. It spreads hockey across the whole world. Okay? My only problem is that your play, it doesn't justify it. If you were having a ridiculous year and doing it as a little project extra on the side, then absolutely. But the fact of the matter is, you're not. Actually, you're playing like crap. It makes no sense. Did I see open ice? Yes, Scotty. Put yourself in the waiting room and hop on. I'm going overtime here. I don't care.
We're almost 2 hours into this shit.
Yeah, dude. Hey, if anyone cares about you fans here, it's me. Me and fucking Guy Boucher.
Hey,
we could be doing so many different things right now, but we decided.
You said you fucking hated me, but this is your longest podcast.
Yes. Well, it's because we argue. You give me a headache, and I'm arguing back, so that takes up time. Jofo podcast. Oh, I've never seen you before. He says, "Where are you from?" I'm actually from Quebec. He says, "Sick. We should collab too." Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I've ever seen any of your videos. Give me a second. Have you heard of him?
Jofo podcast?
Yeah.
I don't really follow that many small YouTube channels. Hockey. This is like the only one I really follow because we're all assholes.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm looking at some of your content. It looks dope. I'd be down anytime. I don't know if you like hockey or anything like that, but I'd be down anytime. Look, shout out Jofo.
Live production.
Here you go. Giving you a little shout out here. Jofo podcast. All right. Let's see. Open Ice. Let's see if he's in the waiting room. Again, Scotty, if you want to join.
I don't see him.
From you.
I actually made the room into 3, so he could just join.
No, he can't join. He doesn't have the power. Remember?
Well, I know. I expanded the room.
Oh.
To 3.
Thank you. But I would still have to drag him, right?
No, he can just join himself.
No! I want to be able to drag him. Otherwise, people will just go in willy-nilly.
Look at all the people joining waiting room.
Okay, but who knows? We might explode one day. Don't use fucking sarcasm on me, dude.
You think we're going to get fucking Reddit rated on here?
Going on in the questions, guys. Joe says, Matt, gotta host a show with Jake, the future emergency backup for the Binghamton Devils. That'd be a dream come true. I can't imagine Jake's fat ass in nets for the Devil. That'd be hilarious. Jofo says, we're from Montreal. Oh, what part of Montreal? We're everything Montreal. Thanks for the shout out, bro. Hey, anytime you want to talk about the Canadians, anytime, bro. Wolverine says, I live in Toronto, but I'm a Habs fan. Yeah, I'm from Quebec. The dumbass, that slow-ass monotone voice you hear, he's from Kansas. But he's a Colorado fan.
Yeehaw, baby. Fuck yeah, I ride horses.
Where the fuck are you, Scotty? All right. Moving on. Upscale Stu says, is that because of how bad Toronto is? Jofo says
Toronto's
LaSalle.
Toronto's bad.
I've never been to LaSalle. I don't think so. Anyway. Anything else? Let me see my notes. Oh,
About what?
we wanted to talk about Boychuk, right?
Yeah, we forgot to talk about Boychuk.
Okay, we forgot to talk about Boychuk, but in case you guys are wondering, explain what happened while I find the video.
He so basically there was like this scrap in front of them. They were kind of shoving each other. The dude in front of him fell forward, and his skate went up and basically
No. It wasn't the D. It was Luckinen. Luckinen.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
Every time I
It's
watch
like
that replay,
you take a skate to the face, dude. That's fucking scary.
ooh.
I mean, I would never want to see that in real life, dude. Like watching on videos, but just imagine seeing that shit in real life.
Did you ever play hockey?
I played street hockey.
Oh, okay, so you don't have to worry about that. I just wear a full cage. I don't take a fucking chance. But like for Boychuk, that's my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is being in a hockey fight and taking a skate to the face. Oh, and also slap shot to the nutsack. Those are my 3 worst nightmares when it comes to hockey. And he just got one of them. That's some bad luck, first of all. And it also shows a lot of toughness. I made a video about it, so you guys can check it out on my channel. Hockey players are the toughest sons of bitches out there. Without a doubt in my mind. And from a guy who doesn't really like Boychuk, back from like the rivalry days between the Bruins and the Canadians, props goes out to him. And did you see what he said after? He's like, fortunately, it only got my eyelid, the skate did. It took 90 stitches to repair the eyelid. Ugh!
Can he even blink? Can he even open his eye?
I've been waiting for him to release a photo of his injury, but he hasn't.
I don't want to look. I don't want to see it. I just want to.
I'm just curious. I want to see what his face looks like. He must look like Frankenstein's nutsack or something like that. Joe
90
says
stitches. Fuck.
Boychuk, Kovalchuk, Tchuk, Luchuk. So many chucks in hockey. It's a chucky sport. Galchenchuk. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work.
Hey, also too, if you want to talk more about shit, I want to get into the fucking Senators.
Oh. Well, I made a video about it, and
I want to talk about how fucking Melnick's the Jeffrey Epstein of the NHL.
Do I want to get into that, though? I feel like it's a boring topic, and you're just going to bore my audience to death.
It's not like we're fucking talking about anything else anyways.
All right, go ahead. Make it fast.
Okay, so Eugene Melnick is a fucking clown. He's like one of those corrupt fucks. He's like, I bet, you know how he runs his own fucking island in the fucking Caribbean somewhere? I don't know exactly where it is. He has his own fucking island. I would bet money that he has a pedophile ring, just like fucking Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, listen, because you obviously weren't taught this. If you're going to make an outrageous, ridiculous claim like that, do you have any facts to back it up?
But
what do you have to back it up? Like a tingly feeling in your ball sack and you just go and spew out something like that? How can I fucking let you co-host, dude?
Let me look up Jeffrey Epstein and Eugene Melnick. If they were buddies, we have a lead. Okay?
A lead. You can lead me out of this fucking conversation.
No.
I need to charge my computer. Upscale Stu says, do you know why the Hurricanes are so bad? I do know why they're so bad. Because they keep doing those dumb fucking Disney on Ice celebrations. Let me charge my computer. Talk, GB.
Okay. Eugene Melnick forced to go to court. Something. Was forced to go to private jet. Where's fucking Jeffrey Epstein?
Okay.
I'm getting into big fucking conspiracy theory shit.
Okay, no, enough for your conspiracy theory. No, listen. Not senators. Whatchamacallit? Scotty too. Give me a second. Hurricanes are bad. They lost Dougie Hamilton, which is a horrible hit to their defense. He was having a Norris type year, and I joked about it. I'm not a fan of their celebrations either, even though it's got nothing to do.
Oh, someone joined.
No,
it's Scotty
Scotty.
2 Hockey.
Unmute
It's
him.
Scotty. He
Okay.
muted himself.
I
can't do anything.
Scotty, unmute yourself. Let's see. Next. Oh, my biggest fan, Mel. Our female audience went up 100%. How are you? Joe says Taylor Hall, Tyler Toffoli, Craig Smith, Wade Simmons, and Kovalchuk. There. Scotty.
Am I
You're on air.
What's that?
Why does it sound like you're talking underwater through a potato?
Because I'm in a small room. Hang on, I'll go out in a bigger room.
All right. How was your night, buddy?
Not bad.
Not bad. You were bartending?
Yep.
Did you die?
Nope, I'm right here.
All right. You were bartending tonight?
Yeah, I was flat out. I just got off work, man. I worked 8-hour shift.
Oh, how was it?
Nah, the usual bullshit and tips.
Yeah. Bullshitting tips. Well, glad you can join us. We are going over fucking time.
Yeah. I've been on a wall by the looks of this.
Yes. Wolverine.
Go
ahead.
Before I say anything, rest in peace to Henri Richard, man. Rest in peace to the Pocket Rocket. Did you hear about that news?
Yeah, we actually started with that. In case you guys didn't hear it, Henri Richard did pass away from
First F in chat for respect.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see the beginning of it. I just tuned in just now.
Wolverine says Habs and Senators rivalry. What does the F mean? What does it mean, Guy?
So it's basically like a video game reference. There's this video game where you're at someone's funeral.
Oh, okay.
And,
I don't care. I stopped caring.
And you press F for
Wolverine
respect.
says Habs and Senators rivalry is underrated. Don't you think? It used to
agree.
be. What do you
It was awesome. When Carlson was in Ottawa, the Habs and Senators rivalry was excellent. The year when they went and faced them when they had the Hamburglar and the Habs took them out in 6 games, that was a great series. They had a good rivalry. I love the Habs in Ottawa.
Yes. I'm actually going to do your thing. Oh, fuck, I can't comment. Never mind. Listen. We were talking about the Hamburglar. Or speaking of the Hamburglar. Mel says go Bruins. Fuck the Bruins. But I do like you, Mel, so you're allowed to stay here. The Hamburglar. Do you remember what happened with the Hamburglar? He played
I remember
so
him
well.
20 game streak.
Was it 20 games?
No, he won like 20 out of like 22 games to get Ottawa into the playoffs by 2 points. And they beat Montreal. Like there was 3 games remaining in the season. Ottawa needed to win 2 of them. And one of them they beat Montreal. And I think the other one they beat it was like another Atlantic Division team, but they beat Montreal. And then going into the playoffs, Montreal ended up facing them in the second round, and Montreal took them out in the second round in 6 games.
He played great in the season. He got to the playoffs.
Man.
He got to the playoffs. He fucking shit the bed. And do you remember McDonald's was giving like free hamburgers to everyone or something like that? And like after the Senators would win, they would throw hamburgers on the ice.
I remember him throwing hamburgers on the ice.
Dude, do you remember that fucking guy ate the hamburger? Curtis Lazar.
No, I don't remember that, but I hope food poisoning, you dumb fuck.
Dude, you don't know where that shit's from. The guy who threw it was probably like, let me jizz in this hamburger. The guy probably won't eat it. And he just went and ate it.
Let me put steroids in it to fuck Curtis Lazar's career.
It worked.
Yep.
Upscale says, after beating Toronto with David Ayers, they should have left people together because their chemistry was good. Wait, who's he talking about?
Videos I never made on my channel. That video about the Zamboni driver beating Toronto, the Zamboni driver that worked for him, beating Toronto with a Marley's helmet on his head. That was like the best video I ever made on my channel. I actually got like joy out of making that video.
Good, buddy.
Mel,
great. If you want to call in, join the Discord link. It's in the description. And join the server and just press in the waiting room. and I'll drag you on. But don't fuck around with me. I'm not in the mood.
The chick, Mel could be Mel.
No, Mel goes to my school. I know her.
Oh,
Melissa.
Oh, wow, you have friends? I wish I had friends.
Me too. My kid counts, I guess.
Oh, dude, that's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
It's sad. It's
My
more sad
kid
than funny. I
counts.
don't know why you're laughing.
Because I know he's joking. I know you're joking, dude. Okay. Let's see. Where was I?
I don't know. Aren't you
After
in
beating
Montreal?
no Fedgehead.
Boy,
Fedgehead said Toffoli, he works hard in the corners and can score. Toffoli's been great. Have you seen his his stats lately? Let me
I haven't.
Hey, GB, pull up what Toffoli's done so far with the Canucks. But he's been scoring left and right. I know because I picked him up in my pool. Did you see, Scotty?
No, I never seen you pick him up in your pool.
Yeah, I picked him up. He's been doing
He
great.
scored 7 points in 7 games. He had 5 of those are goals.
Yeah, we made that video. I know a lot of people were sad they had to give up, what's his name? Madden. But it's paying dividends, I have to say. Oh, God. I have indigestion.
You mean congestion?
No, indigestion. I'm not feeling well. Upscale Stew says, how do you edit the videos so quickly? I actually use Discord. Oh, no, not fuck, what am I saying? OBS. Well, I do use Discord too for the
What? What the fuck, Joe?
It goes smooth for the voice chats, but anyway.
GB's like the podcast version of Siri. Just, slower.
Yes.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
What did Joe say?
He said that GB's the podcast version of Siri, just, slower.
I do all these things to be nice, and you
Yes.
see what I get out of it. All I get is shit.
Fucking average talking shit.
Mel says, big fan. I love Matt. Who doesn't? But yeah, I edit my videos with OBS, and that's how I can switch pictures super fast. Like, look, here's Henri Richard, here's Rick Dickhead, here's Lundqvist, here's Kapanen. I have a lot of pictures loaded up, so that's how I get them. If you guys are interested, it's a really good app for streaming. When you get your computer together, you should get on that shit, Scotty.
Yeah, just don't accidentally share any porn. That's my best advice.
No, you won't share porn.
Whipping through, all of a sudden, boom, all pops a fat chick.
I like how that's your fear of not using Streamlabs.
Well, hey, that's my excuse to not use it.
Fucking excuse. Fedge says move the Senators to Quebec and bring back a real rivalry.
Man, I loved them when they had Erik Karlsson, but since Erik Karlsson left, the Senators and Habs ain't even worth watching. There was something about Erik Karlsson. He just brought out the fucking best against Montreal. He always played excellent against them when they had Subban, him and Subban going at it. I loved watching Karlsson play against the old Montreal, the Markov and Subban era. That was a good rivalry then. That was one of Montreal's best legit rivalries. People used to say Toronto was a rival. Toronto wasn't a rival. They didn't fucking make the playoffs. Montreal played Ottawa in the playoffs 3 times in a 6-year span. So they did have a good rivalry for a bit.
Were you how old were you during the Quebec-Montreal rivalry?
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck, Jesus. I'm 30 now, so I wasn't very old. I don't have much memory of Quebec versus Montreal.
Memory. Would you like to see the move to Quebec?
And stuff. What?
Would you like to see the move to Quebec?
Oh, fuck, would I ever love to see him move to Quebec? That'd be a sick rival. Montreal's biggest rivals.
Dude, I love your accent, by the way. Oh, fuck, I would love to see them move to Quebec. Joe says, an FA I don't think many people are talking about is Craig Smith. I would love to have him on the Habs. Great player. Can play both C and right wing. I don't know much about Craig Smith, I'll be honest. But I'm sick of... Eh?
Does he mean Smith?
Smith, Craig Smith.
Who
I've
the
never-
fuck is Mariah Williams?
Craig
They're in
Smith?
my fucking class and they're disrupting my whole fucking show, writing dumb shit about my hair. Write something hockey related. It's nice to
Wait,
see
wait. You tell people in real life about what you do on the internet?
I fucking shared it on my Facebook. I needed subscribers, dude. What
I
the
guess
fuck?
that's the way to get some.
Of course, it's a way to get some, dude. Dude, why don't you say something worthwhile? Every time you open your mouth, all I hear is this. All right. Next question. Only till they are teenagers, Scotty. Then they will hate you. He's saying that you're only going to be friends with your daughter until she's a teenager. Do you think that's true?
Oh, yeah. What'd you say? What did you say?
I said, Fedgehead says your daughter is only going to be your friend until she's a teenager. Then she's going to give up.
I agree. My daughter's going to be my friend until she's 30, and I let her leave my basement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
now 30.
It's 8:10. I'm gonna get to the car meet. I'm
All right,
already
get the
late
fuck
to
out
it.
of here. Get the fuck out. All right.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything interesting anyway.
Boom. You're out. I'm alone with Scotty now. He's back in.
Bitch. I was going to say something next to the chat. Going to call them massive legends for staying this long.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I appreciate it, dude. I think we did well. We did really well.
I didn't. I did shit.
Mel says I love Brad Marchand. Scotty, what's your opinion on Brad Marchand?
He's a
Looks like-
fucking. He's a giant weasel that likes to lick people.
He looks like a.
Maybe that's why she likes him.
God help her if that.
Yeah. Oh, but back to your daughters though, or daughter. What happens when she does hit? I know it's getting personal, but what happens when she does hit that right age of like 16, and she comes home with a guy? Will it disappoint you, or you don't care?
I don't say he'll stick around long once he meets me because he'll be fucking terrified.
Are you a scary man in person?
I'm the nicest guy in the world, but if you're gonna fuck with my daughter and come home and be like, "Hey, dude, I'm dating your daughter," then good luck with that, man.
Yes. Nice. Even if he's like a good Catholic boy.
No.
Mariah says she likes my hair. And Mel says it's like old times. Tatechuck. Or Fedgehead says, long winter on the rocks, Scotty. Has it been a long winter? Is it freezing there?
Our whole city and province, our whole city got shut down because of a state of emergency because we had such bad storm. It was 4 days, no businesses, pharmacies, doctors, nothing was open. The only thing open in the city was a hospital.
Damn. Were the strip clubs
Yeah.
open?
And my daughter had the flu too, so I had to like fucking stay home with her and like use like Advil and stuff to make her feel better. By the time the hospitals and shit opened back up, she ended up having like a lung infection, had to go to the hospital. It was fucking crazy, man.
Oh my God. What did she have? Like
Yeah.
bronchitis? Or whatever it's
Yeah,
called?
bronchitis, yeah. But she let it go too long, right?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully she's better.
Yeah, she's better now.
Wolverine says Tatechuck made the Habs and Senators rivalry worth watching again. You know what? A lot of people, they're after Matthew. I can't fucking stand Brady. That motherfucker gets on my nerves so fucking much.
I'm the opposite. I can't stand Matthew Tkachuk. I literally
Really?
cannot stand watching that greasy dude fucking chew on his mouthpiece every day. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Well, the
I'm
other
just
one
waiting for
chews on it too.
Waiting for somebody to check him and like drive it down his fucking throat, man, so that he'll never do it again. There's something about Matthew Tkachuk. He just seems like that like kid in school that just irritated the fuck out of you that you wanted to fight at lunchtime. He's just he's just so Brady Tkachuk. I don't know. I don't mind Brady Tkachuk because I liked him in the World Juniors and I thought he was good in the NCAA and stuff. And I actually did want the Habs to draft him. I'm not gonna lie. When the Habs were going into the draft, I wanted him to draft Brady Tkachuk.
Me too.
But Matthew Tkachuk just rubs me the fucking wrong way. Always has.
I see what you're saying, and I'll understand if anyone thinks that Tatechuck is the bigger prick. For some reason, I can't fucking stand Brady. And I think it's for the same reasons that you don't like Matthew. He chews on that mouth guard. He has a fucking face that only a mother could love. You know who he looks like? He sort of looks like the guy in Talladega Nights. You know, the guy who would always come second?
Yeah, Ricky Bobby's best friend, a dude who married his wife.
He looks like Ricky.
That's what happened to Matthew Kachuk. He's gonna come home. Brady Kachuk's gonna be like, "Oh, just married your wife and took your kids."
Yes.
Fucking,
Exactly.
fucking great. That's a great comparison.
I'm glad
Hey,
you got that
guys.
reference. Why are you back?
I just want to let you know I have the coronavirus.
Oh, shut
and
the fuck up.
I'm-
Get out of here. Stop derailing my
If
show,
I'm-
dude.
If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm going to infect as many people as I can before I get kicked out of this
Well,
channel, except
can't-
in real life.
You can't infect anyone if you don't have any friends to infect. So, there you go.
Oh
Fedge
man.
says, I think she wants you. She wants you make some hair gel for her, Matt. Something about Mary. Yep. If anyone needs some hair gel, I have a nice little reserve there. Actually, it's been building up for a couple of days. Joe says, Brad Marchand, I honestly believes he trips people on the streets of Boston. Like, I have a hunch. Probably goes around tripping people, licking their fucking asses while they're on the floor. I don't know what goes on. Let's see. I wanted to talk about... I didn't get to this. Did you hear about Matthew Barnaby?
No, I didn't. What's up with Matthew Barnaby?
Matthew Barnaby was arrested a few days ago at the Nashville Crossroads Bar in downtown Nashville. Barnaby was charged for public intoxication, I'm losing my voice, and assault after an altercation with other patrons that led him to allegedly choke a bouncer. He was released on a $6,000 bond and is scheduled to appear.
I'm not surprised, man. That doesn't surprise me. Matthew Barnaby was always a scrappy, fucking feisty dude in hockey, and he was a people a lot of people hated. He was a player a lot of people hated. He was an agitator. When he played with Buffalo, especially.
I hated him. Well, I'm a little bit young, but from videos I've seen of him, he gets on my fucking nerves.
No, man, I was a big fan of Buffalo. Like, Montreal was always my team, but I was a huge Dominic Hasek fan. And whenever Montreal wasn't a very good team in the 90s, and Buffalo was like a good team for a while, they ended up going to a final with Hasek, and I loved Barnaby and Hasek.
Yes.
Barnaby, Pekka, they were my guys, man. I loved when Montreal wasn't winning. I was always rooting for Buffalo as a kid.
Dude, look at this guy's fucking mugshot. Hold on. What is that? Do you see it?
Yeah, he looks like a dude from a boy band that like just let himself go.
Dude, what is he looking at?
10 years later.
Dude, I wish girls fucking looked at me like he's looking at the top right corner.
God only knows.
Matthew Barnaby, Joe says, Matthew Barnaby's mugshot is definitely better than my mugshot. Wow, I didn't know you had a mugshot there.
Man, did you see the thing that Sportsnet accidentally posted on their Twitter the other day? They said, will the Bergeron era in Montreal ever end? They made a spelling typo and they typed in Bergeron.
Who?
And it was on their Twitter page for like 2 hours. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah, Sportsnet. I screenshotted it. I got it on my Twitter or Facebook, one of the two.
Well, I'm not surprised with the freaking Mickey Mouse operation they're running over there.
But still, that's ruthless. The Bergeron era. So many fucking Habs fans roasted him in the comments, man.
I still didn't forgive them for firing Don Cherry.
No, neither have I.
That did a lot of good for our channels. Do you remember that?
Curious, he's still doing that fucking podcast with his son, the Grapevine, whatever it was he was doing.
He is. I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of when he goes off topic and starts talking about like whatever player from the 70s. Maybe I would like it more if I was from that era, but I still listen to it.
Because the type of dude who's better in like small doses, like 10-minute segments, 20-minute segments. Because after a while, so old and senile, he'll just start like rambling on these fucking Russians, and I can hear him now.
We both love that video where he was saying the names incorrectly.
Parker Yami.
He said Parker Yami, and what's the other one that made us laugh? Dresskull. Instead of saying Dreisaitl, he said Dresskull.
Drastel.
Or another good one, instead of saying maroon, he said Baron. It's not
Instead
even
of
the same
who?
letter.
Instead of Perron?
Instead of maroon, Patrick Maroon,
What?
he said Baron.
Oh, that happened.
And like, the Russians, he'll botch. I think he does it on purpose. He'll just extra botch them. He called Kuznetsov Zakharov or something like that. Anyway. Joe
think he does.
says, Matthew Barnaby's. What the fuck? I hear footsteps. I low-key just shit my pants. Man, my fucking nightmare is some stranger crawls into the house, rapes me in my sleep. Oh my god. That was scary. Matthew Barnaby's mugshot is definitely better than my mugshot. Oh, I read that. Fedge says, Have you seen the Belfour video? I have. I couldn't. Did you see it?
The shot was golden.
I put it in the Discord, which, by the way, you guys can follow in the link in the description. I couldn't decide if it was really funny or really sad. I think I'm gonna say it was really sad. The Belfour video. Just like alcoholism in general. I don't fuck around with that.
Video. I didn't see the video. I seen a hilarious mugshot of him. They showed a mugshot of him, and he literally looked hilarious in the mugshot. He had like a big smirk on his face, and you could tell he was drunk and stuff. But I didn't see the video. What was it, like David Hasselhoff, the Belfour version or something?
You can look it up. He's like in the hallway, and the police are arresting him, and he's just like not cooperating, and he's fucking all over the floor and shit. But whatever. Let me try to find you a link. Belfour video. Yes. Oops. Fuck. I don't want to claim. I put it in the Discord for you.
Okay, best Connie. I put it in Discord. Don't want to get your video claimed.
All right. Wolverine says Brady Kachuk at least can fight better than his older brother. I laughed when Matthew got ragdolled by Cassian. True, but I will say this. Brady hasn't fought anyone of the caliber of Cassian. I don't think he would fare any much better, to be honest.
No, 100% not. Man, you know what kind of shocked me? How good Sergachev did against Weber last night.
Oh my god, that pissed me off, dude.
Man. He didn't it wasn't much of a fight. It was Sergachev like landing a couple shots, getting Weber to the ground, and Weber got back up and like pinned him against the boards. But Sergachev did get the better of it and held his own against a beast like Weber. Like that was pretty fucking blew my mind. He did a lot more than what I thought he was gonna do.
I was pissed off because when I saw, I'll be honest with you, Sergachev kind of gets on my nerves. He just has one of those faces that you just want to punch. And when I saw Weber drop the gloves with him, I'm like, this is it. He's gonna get destroyed. And I hate to say it was a draw, but I could make the argument. I think Sergachev won that fight because he got him with like two good punches at the beginning. Weber came around and almost landed one, but it didn't hit, so I can't count it.
Not only that, if you ever played like pee-wee hockey or like adult senior hockey, if you get into a scrap, like I play shimmy with my buddies, if you get into a scrap playing hockey, he could land 4 or 5 shots on you. If you get him down to the ice, if you takes him off his feet and you puts him on his back, you're pretty much always considered the person who won the fight. And Weber was on his back, got put on his back, and he got hit with a few shots.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was ass whooping by no means, but if you were going to pick a winner, it was 100% Sergachev. Weber didn't do anything but miss a punch.
Oh man, that was like the most disappointed I was in a fight. Like when they dropped the gloves, I'm like, here it goes. We're about to see an old-fashioned beating. Like you remember a couple years ago when he beat up JT Miller?
Yep.
I thought it was going to be that. And I'm like, what a better guy to do than Sergachev. Like Joe says, he has a punchable face. I just want to deck him when I see him. He kind of looks like a lizard, don't you find?
He does kind of look like a lizard, yeah.
He looks like a lizard. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you think Sergachev looks like a lizard. Anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that. But, oh, yeah, like the Matthew Tkachuk thing.
Sergachev dick riders that are Habs fans because they don't like Drouin. So their thing is they'll praise Sergachev and be like, how the fuck did we trade Sergachev for Drouin? This and that. There's so many Sergachev dick riders amongst Habs fans. It's crazy.
That's true. I'm not a Sergachev hater. Sorry, I'm not a Drouin hater. I do still think they lost that trade. Would you say?
Time will tell. Like points wise, obviously Montreal got more points out of it, but Sergachev's a defenseman. He's younger. Time will tell. It ain't no Drouin. If Drouin had to stay as good as he was looking this year and not get hurt and stay good all that year, he'd probably be talking more story right now.
That's true, but I will say I find it concerning he hasn't bounced back like this long after he's recovered from the injury. And
No, every time he's back, he doesn't have a point.
I will say he hasn't has a point.
No, well, as far as I know, he doesn't have a point. I haven't seen him on the board. I know he went 6 games without a point, and I looked at the last 2 games. And I don't remember him getting an assist.
I will say one thing: it is too early for the trade to declare a winner. But I can say something with 100% confidence right now. You traded a left-handed physical defenseman for a smaller playmaking winger.
And
One
not
of
only
them,
that,
one of them
it's
is
not
much more rare than the other. I'm just going to say that. What are you going to say?
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. You said they traded him for a playmaker, but it's not. They never only got a physical defenseman. Sergachev's wicked offensively. He had 40 points as a rookie.
Yeah. And dude, those things don't grow on trees. Good left-handed skating physical defenseman. Oh no, I was not a fan of that.
Man, did you hear MB's comments about KK today?
Whose
or
comments?
yesterday? Matt Bergevin's comments about Kotkaniemi.
No, what did he say? Fill me in.
On Hockey Inside Out, he did an interview yesterday or last night, and he said he doesn't think Jesperi Kotkaniemi should be in the NHL right now because he doesn't know what his motivations are, and he doesn't think he has the work ethic to play in the NHL right now. But last year he was praising him all year and saying he was ready this year, and now he's doing the same thing he did with Galchenyuk, putting him in the AHL, saying he doesn't think he has the work ethic to play in the NHL, and if he brings him back up and doesn't play him as a center, it's going to be such a fucking bad look because that's the exact route they took with Chucky, and that's exactly what destroyed Chucky's confidence, and we all seen what happened after that.
Yeah. But I hate to say it, though. I have to give the point to Bergevin here. He has a point. His work ethic has been garbage. And the thing is, he shouldn't have been playing in the first place in the NHL.
Yeah.
Did you see the news?
What news?
He got injured again.
Kotkaniemi did?
He's playing against the Monsters. He got injured. He didn't come back. And I have the video right here. I'm about to look at it for the first time. So look at your screen. I'm about to play it.
Thanks, man. He was doing good in Laval, too. He was confident. I seen a video of him the other day where he was all smiles coming out of the dressing room, like fist pumping everybody. He looked absolutely pumped.
Man, the video's fucking lagging.
So, stop that seemed
I agree with you that Kotkaniemi's work ethic is bad, but the GM shouldn't go out of his way to criticize a 19-year-old to make. And it's Marc Bergevin again this year is blaming it on the players. He's not taking any responsibility for this fucking 3 years in a row. It's been the same message: poor attitude in the dressing room. Injuries have hurt us. Certain players don't have good work ethic. Well, you're the one who brought those players in. So when are you going to look in the mirror and fucking start taking some accountability? I don't know. It's just not a good look for Marc Bergevin. If you read the interview, if you read the shit I read, like the interview he did, it was in French, but they translated it in English.
That's
like
true.
It was pretty much him picking certain players, nitpicking certain things about the coaching staff and injuries to explain why the season why it was. But he didn't fucking take any accountability at all. Like he really didn't. And it's just 3 years, but man, take some accountability. They haven't made the playoffs. 2 of the 3 years they've been a basement team. Your plan isn't working, so calling out 19-year-olds isn't going to help you.
Okay, I'll agree with you there. He shouldn't have necessarily called him out. I would have focused more so on the positive, saying he's doing well in the AHL. He has a lot of points. He only has 1 goal in an empty net. But I'll tell you what, I do. How can I say this? He shouldn't have called him out, but at the same time, he's right. Because his work ethic, it didn't even start this year. It started this off season. He had the fucking decision to train with the Montreal Canadiens, and he decided to go back home in Finland and train on his own. And I think it started right there. He came completely unprepared. But anyway, that's neither here or there. I have the video.
I do with his dad too. That could have something to do with his dad, why he went back to Finland and trained. His dad's like a big time coach in Finland, so
maybe
his father convince him to come back. And that's another thing that compares him to Galchenyuk, the whole fucking daddy thing.
Yes, that's true.
It's like
I'm
so
gonna
many
get a
things
lot
that-
of slack here. I'm gonna get a lot of
Yeah.
flack. I think when it came to like raw talent, I think Galchenyuk had more raw talent than Kokoniemi. I think
as a
that
rookie, 100%. Well,
Yeah.
100%. Man, Galchenyuk had like 30 goals in his sophomore year, and he had like 50 points as like a rookie or some crazy amount of points. As a rookie and a sophomore, he was sick. He was looking like the future in Montreal. He's literally like the biggest disappointment in years because I was a big Chucky fan. I was fucking thought he was going to be wicked, man. I'm so surprised his career went the way it did.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with injury, has a lot to do with work ethic, and like you said, his dad's situation too. Hey, I want to watch this video. I'm chomping at the bit. So open your YouTube. I'll tell you one thing. I haven't watched it yet. I 100% swear to God, this is the first time I'm watching it. I bet you the injury could have been avoided if he had better balance or was bigger. Would you agree?
I can't see it right now. I think I'm a little bit behind you. I'm gonna restart the thing. Hang on, I gotta go look at your channel
Alright,
because
you'll
you're
see it
sharing the
sooner.
video now. Yeah,
Oh!
I never seen it. Right? That's what I'm trying to see here now. I'm gonna go to your channel live because I was on the video, but I think I'm a little bit. My phone's lagging a little bit. Okay,
Oh my
now I'm
God.
on.
What happened? Alright, I'll describe it to you while it loads up. It seemed like there was two incidents that may have exacerbated it. First, he went to deliver this hit on one of the Monsters players, and he just got the worst of it. It was a humongous reverse hit. If you still can't find it, I'll put it in the Discord.
That's another thing about Kotkaniemi. I'm a big star. I'm a big fan of Kotkaniemi. I love his offensive ability, his talent, his shot, his ability to use his hands and tight. But he is so weak on the puck. Like
Oh my God! So I've never seen a player fall on his ass that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even for an 18 or 19-year-old, the thing with Kotkaniemi is he gets the puck on his stick and he tries to carry it and he tries to do something with it. A player just has to come up and nudge him, just lift his stick, and there's no fight to him. There's no he doesn't have good balance. He's really weak on the puck. It's a big part of his game he needs to work on.
It's
Because
the
if he
balance
was like-
that worries me.
If he had Joel Armia's ability to stay strong on the puck and like carry it in like Armia can and use his body to power to the net, Kotkaniemi would be a fucking beast, like a 90-point player, because his offensive talent is sick. His shot is deadly. His accuracy is deadly. His hands and tight are wicked. He knows how to shoot a one-timer, but he's so weak on the puck. Basically, if you look at most of his goals, they're either coming off breakaways or they're coming off a pass in front of the net where he releases it quick. There's not many Kotkaniemi goals where he comes in and powers in, and there's none where he comes in and powers in.
Yep.
And forces right to the net and scores like that.
That's
the
true.
toe drag was his best goal by far.
That was the only one, and that's the only one that like Matheson isn't the biggest guy, so you could
Not
drive
only
the
that,
net.
the defender was draped on him. The only option the defender had was to either toss him towards the goalie and bang him into the goalie and probably take a penalty or interfere with the goalie, or just hope that he couldn't get it by. The defender did a good job. He was draped all over Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi just managed to get in there, but that's the only time I've ever seen him like
Yeah.
power to the net, make a power move.
But I was right. I said it before I even watched it. The injury, it's because he's not big enough. He went for a hit. He's the one that initiated it. So by all means, the Cleveland player, he should have gotten the worst of it. And no, Kokoniemi ended up falling on his ass. And then I will admit he sort of got boarded on that second play or whatever it was. The camera was kind of weird, so I didn't see it well. But I will say something. What I find really concerning about him, I knew he wasn't going to be like some great player. I've said this before. I didn't think he was going to be like some type of Kopitar, but what really concerns me is his balance. Because I'll tell you what, I've never seen a player fall on his ass so much. Like, I tell you what, if I go on an ice surface and it smells like ass, I know Kokoniemi was here before. Because he falls on his ass left and right.
Especially this year. It wasn't so apparent last year, but this year, man, I don't know
Oh
what's
my
up with him.
God.
It's like 6 or 7 games. That dude fucking like did so many dances on his skates and ended up falling on his ass. Like
You know what I think the problem is?
What?
When you first learned to play hockey, did you ever take skating lessons?
Yes, God, yes. I played hockey most of my youth.
So how do they teach you to stand? Like your stance when you're skating?
Like that. Well, when I was a kid, I got taught to stay. If you're just coming down and stay, like a bit of a wide stance is what I got taught.
It's a wide
Unless-
stance, but there's like one important thing. Your legs. Hold on. Can you guys? No, you can't see my legs. You have to almost be squatting. You have to almost be sitting back. Because when you're like sitting back as opposed to leaning forward, your center of balance is in a way that you can absorb some of like you won't lose balance.
Center of gravity. You want to lower your center of gravity. That's
Exactly.
why.
That's the word I was looking for. When
That's how somebody
Kotkaniemi
like
skates,
will be able to play in the NHL.
when Kotkaniemi skates, I feel like he leans forward. So like if something goes wrong, he loses an edge or he gets pushed or something like that. Since he's leaning forward, momentum like brings him over the edge and he falls. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. He does have a weird skating style too. Like last year, a lot of people said he looked slow. To me, it's not even slow. He's kind of like Pacioretty. He just takes these long strides, and he don't keep pace with his forwards. He just looks slower the way he skates. And when he is skating, instead of leaning back, like you said, bending his legs a bit, he skates forward. Like his upper body is like bending a bit forward, and he's using long strides to keep the pace. And it's a fucking weird skating style for sure. I don't ever think he'll be a fast skater. I don't ever think he'll be like a speedster.
Oh, absolutely not. I still think he can be like a decent skater. Like a guy like Draisaitl, I watch him play. He's not a speed demon. Who are you talking to?
He got speed. He's just weak on his skates.
Yeah, but like he has a really low center of gravity. He has great balance. Kotkaniemi, he gets. Did you end up seeing the injury?
No, I never seen it. No, I still never seen it. I'm looking here at your channel.
I put it on the Discord.
Oh, the Discord. Okay, yeah. No, I never seen it on the Discord. I'll go check there now.
I'm gonna play it again here. Let's look at it again. Oops. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, okay, now I'm
Oh
looking
my
at it.
God. I'm curious
Oh, yeah,
to know who's the player that delivered that hit. Anyway. Let me read some of the questions. Wolverine.
More video is pretty fucking sad too, man.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
I'm looking at it right now. I'm literally just looking at that Belfort video.
Oh, no. I meant the Belfort one. I meant the Kotkaniemi one.
Sorry, I was looking at the Kotkaniemi one. Yeah, it's kind of like Kotkaniemi's fault. Like you say, he goes for the hit and he fouls back off it. Off the second one, like he did kind of get boarded, like you said, but still, something like that you wouldn't think would result in an injury, especially, hopefully it's not serious.
Dude, I'm looking at this video. They're talking about Henri Richard. You know who he kind of looks like? Vinny LeCavalier. I'm looking at a picture of him when he was younger. He looks like another fucking guy. I can't put my mind on it. Anyway, let me read some of the comments. Joe says, I think Sergachev's face looks like a face that just keeps on getting punched. That's why he never smiles in his headshot. Joe says Drouin wasn't on in the last 2 games. He hurt his ankle now. That's why we have Houdon. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm not going to lie. A few games, I haven't been sitting down like watching intently like I do because you just knows like the way they're playing, even if they do win every single game, they're not going to make the playoffs. Like they could win every game at this point and probably still not make the playoffs.
Yeah. Do you want them to tank at this point?
I'm not. I'm not the type of fan who can root for my team to lose.
But like honestly,
I'm a realistic person on the inside. Like if I'm sitting in a bar and Montreal's playing, I'm going to be there. Go Montreal! They better fucking win. I want Montreal to win. But deep down inside, I know if they lose, it benefits them in the long run. So I kind of do. I want them. I don't want them to go on this big winning streak and be a fucking middle of the pack team. They're not to make the playoffs. I don't want them to just miss and get a shitty pick. So yeah, I'd like to see them. The lower they can go right now at this point, the better. The closer they can get to Barfield or Lafreniere, the better.
You just hit it on the head. The lower they go, benefits them more in the long run. And I look at the long run, baby. I look at the wrong.
And that's like fans say, "Oh, your team shit, this and that. They sucks." How the fuck do you think your team got so good? You sucked forever.
And like a lot of people,
Matthews.
A lot of people they like to bring up like the Sabres because they've sucked and they're still not good. But for every Sabres, there's like the Blackhawks. Blackhawks sucked like in the early 2000s. But how do you think they got Kane and Taves and all of these guys?
My stepdad's a diehard Blackhawks fan, so I know all about how much Chicago sucked back in the Tony Amonte days.
Yes. Yes. As a matter of fact, I was in an airport once. We were landing in what was it? I think it was Detroit. We landed in Detroit and I saw this Blackhawks fan and I had a Canadians t-shirt. And he came to me and he's like, "Whoa, what the hell, Canadians?" Yada, 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 yada. And I said, "You're a Blackhawks fan?" I said, "Since when were you a Blackhawks fan?" He says something like the 70s or 80s. And I'm like, "Okay, I have respect for you." Because you watched your team fucking lose for years and years. You stuck it out with them. I have respect for you. It's
Not
like
only
you just
that,
hopped
he's
on
seen
the
some pretty good.
bandwagon.
He's seen some pretty good players in his days too. Like if he was a fan since the '70s, he's seen Bobby Hull and players like that. Chicago did have some legends in Chicago in their days. Stan Mikita, guys like that. But yeah, like the past 30 years until Taves came along, it was a shit show in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like back in like the 90s, they were like the least popular team in the league, like hands down. Like if you asked anybody who's like the shittiest team, like barely anybody watches, nobody cares about them. It was Chicago for sure,
Yeah.
100%.
The only thing going for them was that beautiful jerseys, which I still think is the best jersey in the NHL. Would you say so?
Yes, definitely. I'm always going to say Montreal is the best jersey in the NHL, but yeah, it's a deadly looking jersey. You know what logo I love? What the jersey I love? I know it's a newer one. Vegas. I fucking love Vegas's logo, and they're like
Vegas.
styled black.
Like, there's a lot of teams I like their logo, but I hate their jersey. Does that make sense?
No,
Like-
I get what you're saying.
Like the
style of
logo
the-
itself, I think looks cool, but the jersey, the design, I don't like it. And the perfect example for me is Detroit. Detroit has an amazing logo. That winged wheel is classic, but their jersey, it's just fucking red with a white line down on the bottom.
Plain. I agree 100% with Detroit. My favorite jersey of all time, hands down in the NHL, is the old black Vancouver jersey, the one Pavel Bure used to wear all the time, the black Vancouver jersey with the yellow symbol in the middle, like the circle says Vancouver, and it looks like there's sticks on it.
Yeah,
I love that. That's my favorite jersey of all time. There's a new Quinn Hughes hockey card that came out, and he's wearing the retro jersey. It's
Oh, nice.
It's a beautiful jersey.
yeah, you're big on those hockey cards, huh? You collect them.
Oh yeah, I've been collecting my whole life.
Yeah, okay, like, look, it's completely red, and there's a white line here, and there's a white line there. Like, come on, guys. I get it. It's classic. You're never going to change it, but you could add a little bit more white lines and stripes, and I don't know what. You were talking about the Vancouver Canucks?
Yeah, Vancouver. Yeah, but what you call it up? One thing about like old teams, like original six, the Leafs, Montreal, Chicago, they're never going to change their logos. You're never going to see them like do what Vancouver did,
Oh,
change their black jerseys to a fucking like a whale on the front of their jersey with like a C that's like supposed to be like a
Yeah.
orca whale.
Never going to happen. Never going to
If
happen.
Montreal's fucking logo, can you imagine how up in arms fans would be?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really mind for Montreal because I think they have I think they have the second nicest jersey.
Man, Rick went crazy on his podcast the other day when somebody compared their logo to a toilet seat. He went fucking nuts and like went down like a tangent. Was like, "Fuck, don't ever call him a toilet seat. I'm not fucking." He went crazy.
Wait, was he serious?
Oh, he was dead serious. The dude,
Oh,
the
dude.
guy
Like,
who commented was like, "Man, Montreal's logo looks like a toilet seat without the H, LOL." And Rick was not having none of that. Like he said, he heard it before and he takes it as a big insult, but he fucking told dude to get the fuck off his stream and shit. I was like, whoa, because some fans are offended by that. Like I can see his point. Me
I
as
don't.
personally, I don't get offended by stuff like that. But I've seen a few people like be like, they get really pissed off by that because I'm sure you've seen a meme where it's like a toilet seat next to it's a Montreal logo and like you show the similarities.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I know I have a history with Rick. If someone were to write that in my channel right now, I would read it out loud. I would laugh. I wouldn't kick him
Yeah.
out.
Seeing people write worse shit on your channel.
Oh, yeah. Like, if I were to kick them all out, I only have 6 viewers right now. I would be down to 0. Like, with all due respect to Rick, again, I know we have a history, but come on, dude. Getting fucking mad because some 12-year-old says your team's logo looks like a toilet seat.
Yeah, some people just fucking takes that shit to heart, right? And the dude who said it was only joking too. I thought he was serious too, but the dude who said it was actually only joking. He's like,
Yeah.
"Chill out, man. I'm joking."
What's the video? I want to watch it in my spare time. I need a good laugh.
Oh, it's just one of Rick's live streams, Talking Habs live streams.
I don't
They're
want to.
pretty good.
I.
First time I ever seen him actually fucking lose his shit, to be honest.
It's the first time you see him lose his shit.
First time I ever seen him lose his shit on his chat, like freak out at like a
Oh.
subscriber and be like,
I've seen him
fuck?
lose his shit off air when I reposted a Greta Thunberg.
An old school fan, you're from Montreal. Some people like takes that shit to heart, right?
Yeah, dude. If you get that emotional over stuff like, listen, we're all hockey fans. Don't get that emotional if someone insults the logo of your team. Like, get emotional if they say your mother looks like an orca whale or something like that.
Right, I literally seen two of my friends in high school fight, arguing over their hockey teams. Like, literally be like, my buddy's an Avalanche fan, and my other buddy was like, Avalanche fucking suck. They're the worst team in the league. Joe Sakic sucks dick. And my other buddy went over and fucking punched him in the face, like right in front of me. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, he's only fucking with you. He's only razzing you. But some people take that, I guess.
I would watch the live stream, but I'm scared if it's halfway through, I might fall asleep before I get there.
Teach their own.
Shots fired. Taking naps with Rick. Laval 151. They scored a combined 10 goals.
I meant that Laval was up 5-1.
Are they in the playoffs or what?
The last I can't sit here and act like I watched Laval games on top. But the last time I checked was like 2 weeks ago, and they were like 3 points out at one point. And everything I've seen since then, they've been playing well. So I would assume they're in a playoff spot or like right on the edge of one.
I'm looking at it right now. I don't know. It works weirdly.
Calder up. It would be nice if Laval won a Calder just so we can be like, man, like look at the youth that's in Laval like showing up.
How do I see like that wild card?
What wild card?
I want to see the standings with the what? Do they work with wild cards? Oh no, maybe they don't. They still do.
I don't know.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I wouldn't. I don't know because I don't check the AHL standings very often.
Right now, the Laval Rockets, they're in the playoffs, I believe. They're 8.
Sweet.
The Crunch are 1 point behind and have 2 games in hand, but still,
Shitty.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and Syracuse is a good team too. Well, I don't know about this year, but they usually have a decent squad.
Yeah. Wolverine says, I was at Rick's live stream when he lost it with the Habs toilet logo thing. Oh, fuck. Now I want to watch it, dude. I want to see boring old men get mad at Habs toilet logos.
Caught me off guard because I've never ever seen him like go like mad because it was so out of nowhere. I was like, why does he talk? I was at work and I was listening to it on the headphones and he was like, yeah, he's like, how's it going, Scotty? Like he usually talks on the stream and he'll like say my name. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, he was like, how dare you fucking say that? I was like, holy shit. What happened? And then I realized what happened.
Can someone do me a favor and find the timestamp at which that happens? I really need to watch this. It sounds hilarious. You say you didn't know, you weren't aware, you've never seen him like that. I have, because like I said, we have a little bit of a history. All due respect to him, I wish him the best for his channel, and I want him to do well.
Like I just gotta clarify, I'm definitely not talking shit about Rick because Rick is I've been talking on YouTube forever, man. I like the guy.
No, you're not. You're not.
Just
I
really,
am, though.
Just fucking caught me off guard, like how like out of nowhere it was like a normal stream, like yeah, this that answering questions, and all of a sudden you are a piece of shit. How dare you talk on my motherfucking team like that? And it was like F-bomb. It was an F-bomb filled tangent.
Oh my god, dude! Like, do you know a channel called Charisma on Control or something like that?
Never heard of it.
There's this really famous channel on YouTube. Charisma on Command. That's what it's called. YouTube. Charisma on Command. Yes, they have a bunch of subs. They have 3.68 million subscribers.
Holy shit.
They'll basically like talk about social situations, maybe like pull up clips of like celebrities and interviews and stuff like that. And the guy, he'll talk about the behavior of the people and he'll say what to do and what not to do. And one thing I've learned from him, because I always sort of did the opposite, when someone tells you something and you're not sure whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or whether it's a compliment or it's an insult, assume it's a compliment. Always assume the positive thing. Like, for example, Scotty, if I were to say you have a funny accent, You could get all offended, say it's
No.
my accent, or you could laugh it off. If you decide to laugh it off, you're going to look more charismatic. People are going to be more gravitated towards you because you don't want to be around the guy who's sour all the time. If someone came to me, and like you said, I've had worse. I had someone say he wants to rape me up the ass. And I read that, and I don't even what do you call it when you kick him out? I don't even kick him out. I just laugh it off, because how am I going to get mad over like stupid shit like hockey?
Yeah, I can honestly say out of all the live streams I've done, I've done at least like 10 live streams on my channel. I've never once had anybody say anything fucking bad to me. Only things I've had people say to me is like, I've had people say I sound like I'm fucking Australian and stuff like that. That's not even bad. It's just like, I don't know. I've never
Australian. All right. They say the time is 32:50. Do you want to listen to this, or will you feel uncomfortable?
Oh, I won't feel uncomfortable. Fuck, but it doesn't matter to me. Like,
all right, let's go.
Just a passionate Habs fan being passionate.
All right. Let's see. By the way, congratulations. He passed 1,000.
So my life.
So I did?
No, him.
Yeah, no, like I say, Rick is my buddy. Like, if anybody's out there, you should subscribe to his channel, because yes, he did go off on an F-bomb and stuff like that, but he talks a lot about the Habs. He knows his shit, so I'll give him that, right?
All right, I think this is the one. Okay, I'm going to play it. You won't be able to hear it, but I'll tell you what's happening, okay?
Because we're gone over there to do that. Please go check Scotty out and then come right back here after you hit the subscribe. Slapshot, is it neat, or if you take out the H in the middle of the Habs logo, it looks like the toilet seat? Okay, wait now. Someone's told me that before, and I had to ban them. If that is you, you're going to get banned if you keep saying stuff like that. Don't come into a Habs room and tell Habs fans that their logo looks like a bloody toilet.
Rick, don't be mad at me.
Someone did this to me in comments, and I banned you. If you're in here with a different freaking name, you're going to get fucking banned, and fucking quickly, if you're going to talk about my fucking team's logo like that.
Why is he sleeveless?
So I'm telling you right now, either apologize or get the fuck out of my room.
Jesus.
He's on all
my rant.
Dude, why you get so emotional over such a dumb thing like that? Like, no offense, Rick, but how can you do that? It's fucking hockey. I live in fucking Bruins County. I almost got into a fight because I wore a St. Louis Blues shirt at a bar during the Stanley Cup Finals Game 7. And I still don't think I took it as serious. It's hockey. Take family serious. Take your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever serious. Not hockey. Again, I do podcasts. I do a lot of videos. But you're going to fucking blow a hemorrhoid if like someone writes that it looks like a toilet seat. I see that all the time on Facebook. I sort of freaking agree. It has the same shape.
There's a literal meme. Where they show the Habs logo like upside down, and they show a toilet seat next to it. And it's the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing without the H in the middle. But I can definitely see some fans getting offended by that. But like me, myself personally, I'm with you on the part where like it's just a joke.
Yeah. No, like absolutely. Like, again, guys, if you're listening, if someone tells you something and it's a gray area where you're not sure if it's a joke or not, fucking take it as a joke. You'll come off as way more charismatic. Does it go on?
Do I think we lost the Drouin trade? I don't know. Sir.
No. What did you guys write in the comments after? All right, sorry, jeez. I was told by someone I know. I never said that to you once. Rick's a passionate fan. Can't blame the guy. Really like him, though. He is passionate. But I'm really passionate, too. I mean, arguably, I've cried after losses. Granted, I was like 12 or something like that. But I don't think if someone told me that it looks like a toilet seat, I get that every day. Dude, I'm in Bruins County. I'll wear a fucking Habs jersey to the cafeteria and eat my spaghetti like a boss. I think Rick had a history with a troll on that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, nothing against the guy. Again, congratulations on 1,000. You can't get mad. Dude, when you told me that he got mad and said the F word, first of all, for Rick to say the F word, but when you told me that, I thought someone like insulted his mother or threatened him or like told him he should get coronavirus. Like, he just said the logo looks like a toilet seat. Again, I'm a Habs fan. I sort of agree. It has the same exact shape. How are you going to deny it doesn't have the same shape? I don't know.
Well, you can't deny it because it kind of does have the same shape.
It does. I'm not saying it is a toilet seat. I'm not saying you should shit on the logo like you would on a toilet seat. But hey, come on. You know what? He said, I don't want to come off as a troll, but he said that if someone comes in the chat and says that again, I'm going to boot him out. Jake's the type of guy, if I tell him about this, the first thing he'll go in the chat, be the first guy there and say that. I won't tell him because I don't want him to troll, but he's that type of guy, Jake.
Yeah, I can see Rick. Jake seems like the type of dude who would rub Rick the wrong way.
Oh, yeah. He's done something similar. I'm trying to remember.
So sarcastic, and Rick's a pretty laid back dude too. He's funny at sometimes too, but when it comes to fans that are like sarcastic and like constantly comes at you with sarcasm, and you can't really tell if they're being serious or not, that kind of fucking person I could see totally setting him off.
But again, like it happened on my channel once. He was listening in, and by the way, I'm being transparent here. I have nothing to hide. This is all public. It happened live. We were talking about the NHL 20 cover. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I was on it with you, wasn't I?
No, you weren't there.
We were if I wasn't there, I probably didn't see it.
We were talking about the NHL 20 cover and the Austin Matthews. You know, and I was saying how bad, how much I didn't like that cover, how bad I thought it looked. And so I talked about how I made a video about it in the past and I had to delete it. I had to take the video down. And Jake asked, why did you have to take the video down? I said, I made a joke that I didn't like. I tried to compare the cover to like the worst thing I could think of. And the only thing that came to mind was the Holocaust. And I'm like, I can't fucking put this on YouTube comparing an NHL cover to like millions of Jews dying. That's a horrible joke.
I wouldn't suggest that.
And I didn't, most importantly, I didn't think it was really funny. I mean, if it was funny, I could get away with it, but it really wasn't. So I'm telling Jake the story of that on our podcast. I'm telling him the story of how it was a bad idea. And Rick basically is like, guys, come off this subject. I'm Jewish, yada, 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 yada. And it like completely derailed our show.
He was commenting, yeah, I seen that. That was one of your Jake Friday podcasts.
Yeah, and like, if you know me, I'm Araby. Obviously, if you look at my face, some people think I'm Mexican, but I'm actually Araby. I don't get mad. I do Arab jokes all the time. How come no one gets mad at the Arab joke, but someone makes a little Jewish jokes and everyone gets mad? It's either you get mad for all of them or get mad for none of them. I personally don't get offended at any type of jokes. I think, you know the saying, sticks and stones may break your bones? I learned it when I was 12, and I still remember it, and I'll take it to the grave. Because I think it's stupid in this world to get offended over words. If someone does an action, someone fucking stabs you in the back, then yeah, go ahead, get offended. Throw an F-bomb. But over words? Come on.
Yeah, you gotta have thick skin these day and age for sure.
Jake said like, actually I'm not gonna say it. David Arce says, it wasn't the first time he said the F-bomb in the live stream. Trust me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he says the F-bomb in the live stream, but he's never directed it at a person like get the fuck out of my live stream. Like never, I've never seen him do that because he's not that type of person. It's just he got so offended by that, it made him say that, I guess.
He's blocked me on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
I've told you.
No, I knew you guys. I knew you guys stopped talking on YouTube or whatever. You guys didn't do any videos together, but I didn't know he blocked you on Twitter.
Yeah,
you probably did tell me. I just forgot because I can't remember fucking anything apparently.
I put a post. Should I tell the story or not? What do you think?
You probably shouldn't though, because Rick will probably fucking take that the wrong way, right? And then he'll be.
What is he gonna do? He blocked me on Twitter.
I suppose. I just don't want him bitching at me saying that I brought the subject up.
No, it's not you. I put a post and it was political. I won't get into the details. It was environmental, I'll put it that way. And he didn't like it. We got into a fight. He blocked me on Twitter and he blocked me on Facebook. Anyway, Joe says Jake's the type of guy to get banned at the very beginning of a stream. Wolverine says, why do you think he did something, Jake? I can't fucking remember.
Do you ever watch Hot Take Hockey streams? Man, he got a lot of good subscribers, but a lot of people trolls his fucking streams too.
Yeah. I
like
like his videos.
He gets pissed off when he doesn't tell people to fuck off or anything like that. He just be's like, get out or I'm gonna ban you, or he says stop trolling me. But if you actually read his like live chat, most of the people are best con, but some people fucking troll the shit out of his streams, man.
Again, look, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm personally not the type to get mad at trolls because you're basically feeding them. They feed the trolls. They feed on reactions.
They're giving you views. They're subscribing to your channel. They're watching your shit. So at the same time, they're helping you.
Exactly. I'll go ahead and say it. Those two girls that were in here earlier on, they were trolling. Maybe it was a light troll. Did you see me get all pissed off? No, I said I'll use jizz for hair gel. I didn't get fucking... Like, if you give a reaction, that's all they want. That's all they want.
Yep.
If you say nothing, they'll just shut the hell up and go and do whatever else they do. Don't feed the trolls.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I was bad like that, like on Facebook and stuff. I used to troll so many people on Facebook when I was like fucking 21 and 22.
Yeah, we all did. I did too. I'm not gonna lie.
Fans, oh my god, I was the type of guy who would always go on like a Leafs forum and like write a big status about how bad the Leafs were and how much they suck and stuff. Like I used to troll so many people on fucking Facebook in my younger years.
Yeah, for sure. And like I didn't know it until I had my own channel. But like had I known the effect of trolls, I probably wouldn't have done it. But obviously I was young and a dumbass. But yeah, like the trolls, I read them. I used to get really pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. I used to get pissed off. I used to take it to heart. Oh, nobody loves me. I used to take that shit to heart. But like right now, I'm so used to it. It's out one year, out of the other.
Amen to that.
Amen to that. I want to reiterate, because we did get pretty personal, you had nothing to do with this. You've been very diplomatic. Would you say so?
Who, me?
Yeah. Who else?
I always play defense until I got no choice and got God.
That's why I like you. That's why I like you so much. If it weren't for your bar schedule, I'd have you on every single day.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe one of these days on Snoop gig. Be the next PewDiePie.
Be the next PewDiePie. Absolutely.
The new version of PewDiePie.
Yes. Like, oh, did you ever see my video on Mike Bathcock?
I'm like Bathcock, nope.
Sorry, Mike Babcock. Bathcock, cleanest cock in the league. I got so much shit because I was putting in fart sound effects. Because I think farts are funny. And there was maybe 5. Not a lot. There was maybe 5 sound effects. And I got so much fucking shit. People calling me every name in the book. And it was bothering me. But like now, I'm so used to it and I won't feed the troll. And for all of you people who say I play farts too much, here you go.
Nothing's wrong with a good fart joke, man.
Yeah. You couldn't hear it, but I just played like 4 farts.
Flat comedy.
It's great comedy. Like, how can you hear this and not like smile a little bit? All right. You want to call the quits? I'm dead tired. I've been on for 3 hours.
Yeah, you've been on for a while, yeah. It's been a while since we've done a stream. We got to do another one again for sure.
We still got to do that video, eh? Of our comparison.
Who would you take video?
Yes. What are you doing tomorrow?
If you're free Sundays, I'm free Sunday night.
Sunday night, I have my podcast.
Oh, shitty.
We'll talk about it later. We'll not do it
for sure.
All right. David Arthur says he loves you. Who doesn't like Scotty? Who doesn't? I absolutely adore you. I really think had we went through with that podcast, I think you would have been a star. I
Yeah,
really do.
it sucks that that didn't fall through.
Yeah. But like
Because
you
I had
said,
I would have been able to do that too because the way I had it worked out, I had my whole work schedule, so I'd work 5 days a week, and one of the days I was off would have been that day, so it would have worked out perfect.
yeah. But
But oh well.
things happened and they happen, and I think everything happens for a reason. And like Rick, you listening to this, like don't take anything personally. I wish you the best. I'm truly happy you passed 1,000, and I think sooner or later your channel will pass mine's because I think you're more committed. I think you have more time to put up shit, and I'm just a little bit busy. I just don't think that if a guy comes in and says the logo looks like a toilet bowl, you should get your panties in a knot. That's just me. Anyway, that's neither here or there. I'm
Yeah,
done.
I got to. That's the one thing about Rick too. You and him, both of you guys have helped my subscriber count a bunch. Because every single time I go to Rick's live stream and like talk to him, he'll say, "Subscribe to Scotty's channel." So Scotty got one of the best channels on YouTube. So like, and you does the same thing a lot too. I gotta
Yes.
say, I appreciate it. It's people like that that help me get my subscribers because I don't have as much time as both of you guys do
Well,
to put out as
dude,
much content.
you put me number 2 on your list, and I took that as a huge compliment. I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting to.
my
And
top
you know
10
what?
channels.
I'm gonna make a list too. Top 10 hockey podcasters, and you're definitely in the top 10. I won't put
Sweet.
you. I'm gonna tell you this right off. I think that when you get your shit together, when you get your computer together, and you stop filming it with your phone and you start using Streamlabs, then you're definitely in my top 3. But for
Yes,
now,
sir.
I would say you're like number 5.
I'll settle for 5.
All right. And I think I'm gonna go hit the sack. Is that the expression? Or hit the hay? Whatever.
Hit the hay, hit the sack. Either works.
Hit the sack sounds too sexual. I think I'm gonna hit the hay.
Like whose sack are you going to hit by?
My own. I would like to thank Joe, David Arthur, the Wolverine, Fedge, all of you guys listening right now, Eddie Van Haskell. It's funny because when I'm about to leave, that's when I had my highest viewers, my highest view count. Anyway, I would like to thank all of you. I couldn't do the show if it weren't for you guys looking at it, you guys participating, you guys, your questions were great as always. If you want to keep the conversation going, long after the cameras have finished rolling, make sure to follow the Discord link in the chat below, or sorry, the description below. I would also like to thank, he's not here anymore, but Guy Boucher, and I would like to thank you, Scotty2Hockey. If you guys didn't check him out yet, make sure to check out Scotty2Hockey. Fedshed says go make some hair gel. I think I'm about to do that right now. It's just about that time of night. So without further ado, I'd like to thank all of you hockey fans, all of you Have fans, and my name is Matt. Keep your stick on the ice.